and make Pittsburgh great again. Big story. Why the hell can't a guy with pancreatic cancer get Social Security disability in his first request? No, seriously, legit. Why the hell does that happen? And how in the world is this town going to afford these assessments? This insanity. Already the school district has written checks to you, yins, all yins, because of assessment mania. $22 million in counting. Insanity. I love this town. This is my town. I grew up in this town. I love downtown. It's my town. I grew up downtown. Downtown sucks for so many reasons. Downtown's great for so many reasons. I'm torn because I want to say I love downtown because I do when I'm there. But I hate downtown because it's grimy and gross. And there are people hurting. And there are crimes committed. And I have friends who are scared to go down there. And families who are afraid to go down there. And there are empty buildings. And more empty buildings to come. And every time the players want to play, someone in government says, screw you, and pushes back. It's one of the things that irritates the hell out of me. I'm bothered by it. And one of the guys and one of the men that wants to make a hell of a difference in this town is on the line with us. Todd, good morning. How are you, sir?
Good, Marty. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Todd Reed Board, Walnut Capital. I would say, and I'm guessing you will too, that you love Pittsburgh, do you not, sir?
I do. Like you, I grew up here. I'm probably fourth generation. My great-great-grandfather came from Russia, settled in Highland Park. And so, our family's been embedded in this city for multiple generations. So I love Pittsburgh.
And here's what I love about you. I love the fact that you're successful because when you're successful, we're successful. I love that you look at an old broken-down building in a beat-up, crappy neighborhood that's grimy and say, to hell with this, we're going to make it better. Isn't that how you think, sir, at Walnut Capital? Because I see that.
We do. I mean, we have, particularly in the last 10 years, we have dedicated our professional lives to making Pittsburgh a better place for everyone. And, we really, truly believe that. We're legacy developers. We buy properties. We hold on to them. My partner, Greg Perlman, and I, as I said, both love Pittsburgh natives, and we want the city to continue to grow, to prosper for everyone.
Look, here's what bothers me. And I use Bakery Square as an example. I used to drive past there as a kid and smell the biscuits and love that smell, and then boom, gone. Nothing, right? Nothing but blight. You've turned it to one of the most successful developments in America. However, it seems to me, this is me talking, not you talking, that the city of Pittsburgh and government oftentimes is a pain in the ass when you try to make a difference and make something better. Is that fair, sir? Is it that hard?
Well, I don't think it's totally fair. I do feel that government has a role. I mean, regulation, making sure things are a quality development, making sure that you follow the plans and work with the communities. I think that's all legitimate. I mean, I believe in zoning. I believe in urban planning. I believe in all that stuff. I just feel that you need to have a little bit more of a positive attitude and an encouragement of development rather than putting up roadblocks.
And I'm seeing this in Bakery Square where they don't know whether they want a suburban look or an urban look. It seems as if they nitpick the smallest details of crap to put projects on hold that'll spend $400 to $500 million. Is that fair, sir?
Well, I mean, I don't think it's entirely fair. I do believe, and I was on the Planning Commission for 8 years, so I do understand the complexities of what Planning Commission is challenged to do. But I do believe that there's opportunities to speed the process forward a little bit, to let the staff and the professionals, the professional planners, the professional traffic engineers have more of a say in what goes on and not have everything approved at the ultimate goal by the commission. There are certain things that can be delegated, and I think that's what I said in the Planning Commission is that we were 95, 99% of the way there. The final details can certainly be worked out between us and the staff, and I think they're good people. I think they have good understanding of what urban policy should be, but we just need to move on.
I was with the mayor recently. Heck, I had him on the show face-to-face. I was talking about you. I was talking about Aaron Stauber, who owns 20 buildings downtown, and the frustration of just trying to get things done and the pushback. And there seems to be this animus toward what he believes, or the connotation that these are just rich guys trying to get richer. How do you feel about that connotation, sir?
Well, again, look, everybody, we live in a society where we're capitalists. I mean, people do have a desire to make money and be successful. But we also live in a society, as we said, that we're multi-generational Pittsburghers, so we want Pittsburgh to be better for everybody. I think you can walk and chew gum at the same time. They're not mutually exclusive. So you can be a big, successful developer and also have a civic pride and want to do the right thing. And I think that's what we have to have a recognition. It's not always a fight. I mean, I think working collaboratively together is really the way you get things done. And we see it in other cities. I mean, I was just recently in Detroit. They have a guy named Dan Gilbert who happens to be a multi-billionaire, but he's invested in Detroit, and it appears that they have a good public-private partnership with their development community. Everything isn't perfect. Everything doesn't go exactly as you want, but they seem to have huge amount of successes there when they were really at the bottom of the barrel. They were on the verge of bankruptcy. So I think there are models around the country to show that you can have a really successful public-private partnership that moves things forward.
Todd Reed with Walnut Capital. Aaron says the same thing. Stauber, who has over $1 billion in real estate, says Pittsburgh is a pain in the ass, and that the mayor's office is very difficult, and that they want too much affordable housing. And the mayor says you don't want enough affordable housing. You don't care about middle class and poor people. What do you say, sir?
Well, we reached an agreement with the mayor. We sat down one-on-one, looked him in the eye. He looked us in the eye. We said each of us would stretch a little bit, and we made it work. So I think in this case, I think if you do put your heads together and you look each other in the eye and you sit down and talk, things can happen. We're comfortable with what we agreed to in terms of affordable housing. I don't feel, I mean, I'm for affordable housing. I do feel it needs to be funded. I do think it needs to be thought out as the best way to do it. But, I mean, we're for making Pittsburgh better for everyone. And I think if there's a legitimate and mindful way that takes into account the economic climate, affordable housing can work in Pittsburgh. But it isn't just a one or the other thing. You could do both.
I'm told by guys like you and other developers like you that there are billions of dollars in projects both downtown and in outlying areas that can't get done right now that should be done because of pushback, progressive policies, a government that doesn't really believe that rich guys should get richer. Is there pushback? Are there billions of dollars of projects just sitting there because of this, sir?
I don't know that that's true, Marty. I mean, I do believe there might be some projects. I do believe that it is tough economic times. I don't want to put all the onus on the relationship with the current administration. I do feel that there's headwinds everywhere. There's a tough interest rate environment. There's state labor markets here, high construction costs. But in my opinion, this is the time when government needs to step forward at all levels, whether it's federal, state, county, local, and make concessions and look for all the opportunities they can do to encourage development so that as our economy is trying to rebound, we're at the forefront of that. If we do nothing, we're going to be left behind. Somebody used an example of a train going down the tracks. If you take a break and don't keep chasing the train, you're going to get further behind. So we need to be more aggressive. We need to catch that train and be sure that we're in a position to take advantage of economic development as the climate is getting better, as jobs are coming back, as people are coming back to work in the office. We're seeing all that, but we have to be at the forefront of that, not sort of behind it.
I'm with you, brother. I get tired of hearing, hey, have you seen what Columbus is doing? Hey, man, have you seen what Detroit's doing? Hey, man, have you seen what Cleveland's doing? When we're getting our ass kicked by Cleveland and Detroit, we have a problem, Todd, and we got to address it. I will do anything I can to help you and or the mayor's office to make it better, and I really love your passion and compassion for this town because it's our town, is it not, sir?
It is true. I agree with that.
Thanks, my man.
Okay, good talking to you, Marty. Take it easy. Have a great day.
I appreciate that he comes on. It's not that easy when your business relies on politics and politicians to buy what you're selling, to come after those politics or politicians. It just isn't that easy. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
All right, Marty, thank you so much. We have crews rolling up on the scene of an accident, this in the Bridgeville borough. So Bower Hill Road at Washington Avenue is the scene of this reported accident. Do watch out for slowdowns around that and leave a little extra travel time. It'll cost you some travel time if you're still trying to make your way inbound toward town this morning on the Parkway West. The traffic stacks up for you right around the top of Green Tree Hill as you try to fit into the Fort Pitt tunnels. Parkway East on the inbound side, heading westbound toward the city. Not too tough. A little bit of a slowdown for you around Edgewood, Swissvale as you try to squeeze into the Squirrel Hill tunnels. The outbound ride toward the eastern suburbs, Monroeville, Business 22, or Points East and the Turnpike. That's still a good one for you there. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
Retirement doesn't have to be complicated. Are you sick of all the fancy charts and investment mumbo-jumbo thrown at you to justify the Wall Street fees you're being charged? It's not the size of your nest egg that matters, but rather the income it can produce. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons, best-selling author and star in a brand new Hollywood documentary called The Retirement Deception. In this film, we traveled over 20,000 miles interviewing real Americans who have retired successfully with a great lifestyle and peace of mind. They share their stories on how they get more retirement income with the same dollar saved, and the money is never at risk if the market crashes. That's right. If the market crashes 30%, you lose nothing. Even the super wealthy are shifting money into this new strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. So if you're over 50 and want a bigger, better, stress-free retirement, call today to speak to a specialist and get a free copy of this brand new movie, The Retirement Deception. Call 888-379-1486. This is a $30 value, but when you call today, you get it completely free. So don't delay. Call right now. 888-379-1486. 888-379-1486.
We want you back after this break. Heart disease kills one person every wow. Try that again. We want you back after this break. Heart disease kills one person every 33 seconds. Schedule your heart screening at UPMC today.
Summer is here, which means pool days, beach trips, and yeah, you guessed it, traffic jams. Oh yeah, and heat waves. Don't let summer catch you by surprise. Get the local news you need, no matter what you're up to, with the free Odyssey app, and never miss a beat with alerts on breaking stories sent directly to your phone. Listen today on the free Odyssey app. That's AUDACY.
Pain from arthritis is awful. Bone-on-bone constant pain. It robs you of so much of the stuff you love to do. But there are effective ways to deal with that pain, and I'm not talking about drugs or surgery. Hi, this is Larry Richard. There are exciting new cellular therapies that can get you lasting relief. And the place to go, QC Kinetics in Robinson. QC Kinetics uses cutting-edge treatments that accelerate your own body's healing properties, revitalizing your joints so you can move again. Now, if you're living with chronic pain from arthritis or injury, you need to know steroids and surgery and pain pills are no longer your only option. Learn how QC Kinetics can use advanced regenerative medicine to treat the pain, enhance your joints, restore your mobility, and give you the long-term relief you're looking for with no downtime. Call the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics in Robinson for a free consultation, 412-228-3584, 412-228-3584.
A house is 80 years old, maybe 90. Has a couple bathrooms. We had a plumber in there fixing one of the bathrooms. He said the fixtures were 30 years old. It's old. It needs updated. We got the Bath Authority coming out. Look, here's why I love them. It's modern. Everything they make is durable. Everything they make is custom. Everything they make is low maintenance. Walk-in tubs, great. Replacement showers, great. Tub-to-shower conversions, great. This is the best chance for you to get a new bath, the Bath Authority. 412-249-1140. 412-249-1140. Get $1,500 off a new shower or bath and 36 months of interest-free financing. Bath Authority, 412-249-1140.
This portion of the show is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Visit them at awaken180weightloss.com.
I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg with your Lowe's weekend weather update for Pittsburgh. A beautiful start to the weekend with a mix of sun and clouds and a high of 82. It'll stay comfortable and dry on Sunday with some sunshine and low humidity with a high again reaching 82. Don't miss up to 70% off select major appliances at the Lowe's Closeout event. But hurry, these deals are too good to last because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement, valid through August 7th. While supplies last, selection varies by location.
How much is safety and peace of mind worth to you? Severe weather can happen suddenly, and the AccuWeather app gives you more accurate and timely warnings than any other source, right down to the street level. A Premium Plus subscription on the AccuWeather app costs less than a cup of coffee each month. And with it, you get the fastest and most accurate alerts to keep you and your loved ones safer. Clear, concise, and actionable forecasts with superior accuracy. Download the AccuWeather app and choose a Premium Plus subscription today.
You know what I love? Punchki, baby. It's Punchki season. Oakmont Bakery. How you doing? Ball of fried dough, glazed, overstuffed, rich cream, whole fruit filling. Delicious. Vanilla, peanut butter, custard, cookies and cream, coconut cream, maple bacon, blueberry, peach, you name it, it's delicious. Starts July 26, Oakmont Bakery. Bringing it. Love it.
Do you have a patio door that sticks? Paul Alexander here for Renewal by Anderson. Their patio doors have dual ball bearing rollers and self-levelers that ensure your patio door glides seamlessly along its track for years, and they're stunningly beautiful. When you schedule a free appointment with Renewal by Anderson, they will give you an exact price quote that's good for an entire year. This month at Renewal by Anderson, they're offering their Mega Flash deal. Buy one window, enter your patio door, and when you buy 4 or more, you get the next one 50% off. Plus, they have great payment plans to help make your project more affordable. Call by July the 31st. Call 412-448-9090. That's 412-448-9090. 412-448-9090. What are you waiting for? Now is the best time to make all of this happen. For offer and warranty details, visit renewalbyanderson.com.
Hi, this is Father Tom Burke of the Diocese of Pittsburgh. Join me for Catholic Education Plus this Sunday morning at 6:30 as we spotlight our Catholic schools and faith formation programs. Catholic Education Plus is sponsored by Sam and Judy Spanos and the Catholic Diocese of Pittsburgh.
She's back. Join Dr. Bridget Schufo at 9 this Sunday morning and see how her wellness and weight loss help you get rid of excess weight and, more importantly, keep it off with a healthy lifestyle. It's Dr. Shufo's Health and Wellness Show this Sunday at 9 a.m.
CBS Eye on Veterans, presented by University of Maryland Global Campus.
Army Intel veteran Paul Holt shared how he found incredible post-military success after opening a home inspection franchise with Pillar to Post. And he shares how a free inspection promotion made him one of the top inspectors in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
I am so confident that this process is far superior to anything you've ever experienced that you will definitely continue to call me. You know, I'm not just a home inspector. My goal is to become a business partner to you in the real estate industry. Pillar to Post is a business partner. And I will tell you, Phil, I mean, I'd say at least 85% of those people are still with me today, 6 years later.
Jon Stewart here. Unbelievably exciting news. My new podcast, The Weekly Show. We're going to be talking about the election, economics, ingredient to bread ratio on sandwiches. Listen to The Weekly Show with Jon Stewart wherever you get your podcasts.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Amazing.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Trooper Joseph Pokorny, I remember the day that he was murdered as if it were yesterday. And I remember the horrible, horrible man that killed him. When he checked into jail, this is the state of affairs in terms of how criminals hate cops, that they cheered him because he killed a cop. I remember that. And he was an amazing, heroic man. Following in his footsteps, his son became a state policeman. His son, following in the footsteps of his heroic father. Pokorny was killed at a Parkway exit about a mile from here. Honestly, I drive past it. I think about it every single time. In fact, accidentally, the little memorial was mowed down, and we had PennDOT put another one back up. And they were very kind about it. It was an accident. But his son, a state trooper, following his dad's footsteps, was shot yesterday, doing the work that cops do. An undercover drug sting, and we're going to talk about that. He's going to be okay. But what broke my heart was that they had to wait until we actually released this news because Grandma didn't know. Can you imagine? Your son's been killed by a horrible, horrible man. and now your grandson's been shot. They told Grandma last night, and we're told that Jake's going to be okay, but we got to talk about the significance. And then I got to tell you kind of a charming story. It was like Cinderella. This big carriage pulled up to my house yesterday, a carriage with like horses and the knights and the and they came to our door with this massive package. It was the biggest package I ever got in my life, and it was a wedding invitation. And it took us an hour and a half to open it. It had 45 pages, and it's a hell of a thing to get an invitation like that to a big shot wedding. We got to talk about this next.
Today, we're constantly taking photos and videos to remember our favorite moments. But what about those captured before the smartphone? What about the memories tucked away on aging VHS tapes, film reels, or in fading photos?
These cherished memories are fading away with time, vulnerable to threats like heat, moisture, and mold. But fear not, there's a solution to safeguard your legacy. Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Nick. Together we founded Legacy Box over a decade ago with one mission, to bring your memories into the 21st century.
It's time to bid farewell to old tapes you can't watch and faded photos. Legacy Box transforms them into digital treasures, ready to share with a click.
Just like magic, your shoebox of memories is now safely stored in the cloud or on a thumb drive.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box, so you can rest assured your priceless moments are in good hands.
Don't let your childhood fade away on old tapes. It's time to digitize those priceless moments.
Fast forward into the digital age. Visit legacybox.com/value and unlock 50% off your order. That's legacybox.com/value.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It's overcast and 74 degrees at 10:30. I'm Pat Septak. Southwest Airlines is getting rid of open seating. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
Southwest Airlines is shifting to assigned seats for the first time in its history, a change that will allow the low-fare carrier to charge a premium for some seats. The airline will also start offering overnight red-eye flights for the first time, saying it will improve the efficiency by increasing the use of its aircraft. According to research conducted by Southwest, 80% of customers and 86% of potential customers say they prefer an assigned seat. Southwest said the number one reason the unhappy passengers cite is open seating. The change will also help the company charge some passengers more for their tickets. No details on when the changes will go into effect. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Big drug bust in Monroeville. The Allegheny County District Attorney's Office says on Monday that police with a search warrant seized multiple pounds of drugs and cash from a Monroeville apartment. In total, officers seized approximately 8 pounds of marijuana, 82 THC cartridges, 3/4 of a pound of mushrooms, 2 guns, and nearly $3,500 in cash. 2 men, 20-year-old Makey Manor and 18-year-old Stephen Robbins, were both taken into custody and are now facing felony drug charges. And the Pittsburgh Penguins have gotten what they wanted. Ice skating is now a permanent fixture at Hunt Armory in Shadyside. In a 7-page ruling, the Pittsburgh Zoning Board of Adjustment has given the hockey team permission to operate the seasonal rink at the Armory on Emerson Street on a permanent basis. This despite concerns from several Shadyside residents about parking and noise. In granting the request, the board attached several conditions, including limiting the use of the ice rink to September through March and requiring that it close no later than 10 p.m. each day. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 204 points, the Nasdaq is down 95 points, and the S&P 500 is down 3 points. KDKA Radio News Time is 10:32. Our next update at 11. I'm Pat Septak on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDKA.
It's Marty. We've talked about cancer. We've talked about how it throws off your balance. I'm at Physical in Monroeville. Physical, folks. Dr. Jess Nolan is amazing at the office in Monroeville. They put you in a harness. They teach you how to walk again. I feel stronger. I feel as if I'm getting my balance back. Physical in Monroeville. 412-457-8200. 412-457-8200.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call.
If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for up to half the cost. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 1, 5, and 10 gig data plans with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon January 2024.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's winds blowing across a fruited plain, and also your new fire pit, which subsequently sets your gazebo ablaze. It's hard-hitting football, and an even harder-hitting price estimate from your general contractor. That's a star-spangled bummer. It's also around-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Hey, guys, Marty. Had 2 great meals with my wife in the last month. Both of them at Oakmont. Both of them at restaurants owned by my good friend J.K., the man. Okay, the Lot. I'm not exaggerating. The best brunch I've ever had at the Lot. I'm serious. The best dinner I've had in a year. Hofstadt's. They're in the same town. They're on the same strip. They're owned by the same man. The Lot and Hofstadt's. J.K. delivers. Great stuff.
At AHN, we see you juggling 100 things at once. That's why we made it easier to book with the doctors you need. With AHN online scheduling, you can book with your primary care provider or get time with a specialist. Visit ahn.org/schedule, answer a couple of simple questions, and search for providers, locations, and times that work best for you. Easy online scheduling. Because at AHN, we see you.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Celebrate America with a clean home and a sizzling Get Marty July special from my friends at Coit. Save 35% off all Coit cleaning services, carpets, rugs, drapes, much more. Folks have trusted this wonderful company, Coit Cleaning, for more than 50 years. No one has been in Pittsburgh and more Pittsburgh homes than Coit. Appointments to save 35% off at all Coit services are limited, folks. Call 1-800-FOR-COIT, 1-800-FOR-COIT. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser, Ellen Gamble. Good morning. What's up?
Marty, and we do have ramp inspections continuing this week along Route 65, Ohio River Boulevard. This is in the area south of the intersection with the McKees Rocks Bridge. Today from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., watch for crews forcing restrictions on the ramp from northbound or outbound Route 65 to Chateau Street. And then the ramp from Chateau Street to the northbound Route 19 area gets work today and restrictions as well. Hey, some good news. That whole big bad McKees Rocks Bridge renovation project has some ramps that are reopened. The ramps from Helen Street to and from there on the eastern portion of the span have reopened for you. So some good news from the contractors there. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Intervals of clouds and sun the rest of today. Nothing more than a stray thunderstorm. Most of the time will be rain-free. The high 81. Tonight will turn out mainly clear, though 57. More sunshine tomorrow, highs in the low 80s. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
You're not going to want to miss this. Diamonds Direct summer sale starts this weekend. For 3 days only this Friday through Sunday. Get 20% off rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, and more. Plus, book an appointment and get an additional $100 off. And designers are flying in from New York and LA to showcase their latest trends. That's 20% off, plus $100 off with an appointment and designer trunk shows. Tons of engagement rings on sale, too. 20% off starts Friday. Details at diamondsdirect.com. 3 days only and Sunday.
Don't let a cold, sinus infection, or allergies ruin your day. Breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier with Navage. Visit Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or a store near you.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
President, he spoke last night. Man, we talk about that and so much more on this Thursday right here. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6, KDK.
Man, we got a lot going on. There's things that happen in life that are inexplicable, and the death of a cop under any circumstances is inexplicable. And when Officer Pokorny was murdered, I got to be honest with you, it ripped this town apart. Because I live out this way, I drive past, it's this exit to the parkway, and up on a hill, quite frankly, there's this little memorial to the trooper. And I won't mention the guy who killed him because he's a disgusting animal pig, and I hope he burns in hell. And I don't mean that in the nicest way. I really wish the worst upon him. And when Pokorny was killed, we all try to rationalize these things, and you just can't. You just can't. And then I get a text yesterday morning from one of my insiders that his son was shot. And my mind starts racing. And I had recalled that his son was a trooper following in his dad's footsteps. And so my first thought is, oh my God, please tell me he's alive. And then I get information that he was alive. And the danger of being a cop that is so insanely frightening, and I think we lose sight of sometimes because we like to hate on cops. Let me read something that these guys go through, and this is his job. Think about this. Think about this poor kid's grandmother. Your son's already been killed. And then I get this text. Pokorny's kid was shot in the arm last night, surgery right now. And he's out there toward Lancaster, PA. So listen to this. He was shot through the arm. It broke his arm. Had to have a steel rod inserted. Will be back on full duty soon. And that's the courage here that I admire so much about cops and about this family in general. And then this from an insider. How he was shot. Think of the danger that these men face. Think of this. And women, too. I apologize for saying just men. Marty. He was going into a locked garage where drugs were stored. I never even knew this occurred. They'd lock a guy inside to hide and protect the stash. Jake, Pokorny's son, was cutting the lock as the guy shot through the door. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And this is the life they choose. It's unbelievable. I had to grab a friend of mine who was also very good friends with Trooper Pokorny when he was killed, Frank Monaco, in one of the most difficult moments in his career. Good morning, Frank. How are you?
Good morning, sir. I'm well. How about yourself?
Frank had an amazing career with the state police. One of the most highly regarded cops I've ever known, and then had an amazing career as a chief after that. But I don't want to speak for you because you speak very well for yourself, but the death of Pokorny was very difficult for you, was it not, sir?
Oh, it was overwhelmingly horrible for everyone, everybody that knew him. He was beloved by all that knew him. And there's not everybody you can say that about, very few actually. But he was beloved by everybody that knew him. He had a smile on his face every day, worked hard, kind of cop you'd want everybody to be. He was the best.
Executed by an animal. By an animal.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, for no reason. And they didn't want to go back to jail.
Right. And that was tough enough, and that was in 2005. And then his son, Jake, does the same thing, signs up to be a cop, which is honoring his dad, is it not?
Yes, I mean, it's honestly honoring his dad, trying to follow in his footsteps, and it's, you know, it's heartwarming and also frightening at the same time.
Yeah, and then so go when you hear this news yesterday, it must have sent chills up your spine.
Oh, it really did. I got sick when I first heard it, and what surprised me, I hadn't heard it all over, and then I started asking questions, and nobody had heard it. The news hadn't gotten out yet.
Right.
Around here, I talked to a lot of retirees that worked with him, that were friends with his, and they hadn't known yet. But then, we got more details as time went on. I was blessed that that wasn't really a life-altering shot.
In fact, I sent a text out to one of his boys that works with him this morning, really early. How's he doing? Really good, thanks. And what a relief, right? I mean, because what I suggested that he was doing when this happened is dangerous as hell. And this life is dangerous as hell, is it not, Frank?
Terribly dangerous. Terribly.
You know, man, we were kind of texting back and forth last night, and I was talking to Frank about coming on the air because he's a wonderful resource and communicates so well, and because he had such a great relationship with Joseph Pokorny. You sent me a text about Grandma and how difficult this had to be, right, Frank?
Yes. I mean, how can you have that twice? You know, your son, and then be worried about your grandchild. If you're a grandparent, you would understand this. And for him to be in the same line of work and to be injured in that fashion has to be terribly, upsetting. And, I'm reliving all the emotions from before, I would imagine. So it just makes it even worse.
Frank Monaco, an amazing career with the state police. It also kind of aggravates me. There's so much angst directed towards police officers, and then something like this happens, and it brings home just how much you are willing to give just to protect people that you don't even know. Right, Frank?
Yeah. No, that's true. And then people, when they complain about there's not enough people in the city, well, you can't get people to want to do the job anymore because the heat they take and constantly from people that don't understand and don't get to understand the full emotion of it. There's about 675,000 police officers in the United States. Every now and then you're going to have a bad apple, but doesn't mean everybody's that way.
That's right.
But that side of the story never seems to get out. And that's, one of the things that needs to be done.
And he's an officer in the Lancaster area. He was working undercover, trying to grab a drug stash and a drug dealer. I had no idea they hidden these stash houses like this and just sat there waiting for someone to try and break in. Did you?
No, what's it doing on me? That's for sure.
It's that dangerous. I mean, he's breaking a lock, and a guy says, I don't care who's on the other side of this door. I'm just going to kill him if I can. Right?
Right. I mean, you could yell out a warning, don't open the door, I'll shoot, something like that would be, but the person obviously didn't care who's on the other side.
Jesus.
They had no concern for the life or health of the person on the other side of the door, regardless of who it was.
Well, thank goodness Jake is okay. Took a shot to the arm, had a rod inserted. I'm told he'll be back full speed. What's amazing is that he'll go back to work. Some folks would run from this. What is it about cops?
Just some of them have that desire to serve, and he's one of them. I mean, some people will get wounded. I mean, John Basilone in World War II got the Medal of Honor, and they want to take him out of the war. He insisted on going back into combat. It's just the makeup of some people that want to keep going. And, I mean, you can't say enough good things about anybody like that.
God bless them, Frank. And if you talk to the family, please tell them anything they need, man, because sometimes people need things. We're there, all right?
Will do, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate your honesty. It was real hard for Frank to do that because he said, look, man, I know this happened. I know you know it happened, but his grandmother doesn't know yet. And we made sure that Grandma knows. And Grandma, God bless you if you're listening. I can't imagine the anxiety you feel. I just can't. Losing your son and then worried about losing your grandson. But he at least is going to be okay. And I respect and admire what Jake Pokorny did. It's amazing. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
All right, we have a chance now, Marty, to let folks know about a couple of spots where they will find crews working today. Heads up in Findlay Township, Allegheny County. Route 30 Lincoln Highway has paving crews working each day, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. through mid-August. Single alternating lane of traffic pattern greets you at the intersection with Machette Road, so watch out for that. You'll need extra time traveling through the eastern suburbs of DeRoseburg, McKeesport, and Duquesne as bridge inspection on the McKeesport-Duquesne Bridge is happening again today and Friday and has traffic down to a single alternating lane there from 9 a.m. till about 3 p.m. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Company.
Look, there have been so many tornadoes. We've seen more tornadoes than in decades. Here's the deal. With branches down, trees down, when you need emergency service, when you need somebody that's going to take care of business with your trees, with your branches, with the damage, you got to call Greater Pitt Tree Service, the best in the game. They're there with the professionals, with the equipment, with the training. Amazing service. Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE.
While you sleep, There are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want while you sleep. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richard, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. Wake up to your friends. Weekday mornings on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
UPMC saved my life. It's just the truth. And when I had cancer. And now they prolong my life. Seriously. I have been in what's called swallow therapy. I had choked 4 times. Heimlich maneuver 4 times. Now, nothing. Now, clear path. Now, I feel safe and secure with the therapy I received at UPMC. It's an amazing place. Life-saving, life-changing information. UPMC.
Jumpin' July savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. Save with your Coons Reward Card. Chambersburg, PA peaches are 99 cents per pound. Selected varieties of Stone Ridge Creamery ice cream, 48-ounce container, 2 for $5. And bone-in country-style spare ribs are $1.49 per pound. Additional savings in our meat department. Great on the grill. Fresh chicken leg quarters are $1.29 per pound. And USDA Choice certified Hereford beef chuck shoulder steaks or roast are $5.99 per pound. In our produce, locally grown sweet corn, $5 a dozen. And sweet Northwest cherries are $2.49 per pound. In our deli, made with all white meat, Coons chicken salad, $7.99 per pound. In our bakery, fresh-baked large Kaiser rolls are 8-count pack, $3.50 each. In our seafood, farm-raised fresh salmon steaks, $10.99 per pound. And this week, selected varieties of essential everyday kettle or potato chips, 8 to 9-ounce bags, $1.88 each.
So get in on the Jumpin' July savings at all 8 locally owned and independently operated Coons Market. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Hey guys, it's Marty. I've been friends with Robert Pierce and Associates, for nearly 20 years. We have established a relationship about law, about protecting folks, about fighting for people for a long, long time. Last week, I'm talking to Rob at Robert Pierce and Associates about these diet drugs, Ozempic and Wegovy. Look, now folks are having serious side effects from these drugs. Throwing up, nausea, horrible, horrible side effects. And Rob Pierce and Associates, they've been at this 40 years. They're ready to take on these lawsuits. They're ready to fight for you. They have the experts. They have the free consultation ready to go. They have the experience in these cases. And look, I've seen it. They work, and they work hard. 412-281-7229. Robert Pierce and Associates.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
Cheryl from New Hampshire asks, I turn 73 later this summer, and I have to take a required minimum distribution of nearly $12,000 for 2024. Can I put the balance in a Roth IRA? Well, there's some bad news here, Cheryl. If you have no earned income, then you can't contribute to a Roth IRA. Now, if you don't have any need for the money, maybe open a brokerage account. Another option would be, if you're charitable, use a qualified charitable distribution. It's a tax-free way of satisfying that RMD.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance, making it easy to save money. When you bundle your auto policy with home, condo, or renters, you'll earn a multi-policy discount. Easy to bundle, easy to save. Visit Progressive.com.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
I'm fascinated and overwhelmed with and in awe of police officers. In the first 5 years of my career, and this is not about me, but I was working in the Oklahoma City and Tulsa and then Dallas. I saw 8 police officers murdered. One of my friends, on my first year in Dallas, I was 27 years old as a reporter, and I became friends with a cop. And I get a text that a cop was shot downtown Dallas. He was at a bus stop breaking up a fight with homeless folks. Sound familiar? Because downtown Dallas had a problem with homeless folks and drug addicts. Sound familiar? And the guy wrestled the gun from him and shot him 7 times in the chest. And then, this is a fact, and it haunts me to this day. The crowd at the bus stop, they were all homeless folks. And they were screaming, shoot him, shoot him. And he did. And when I got downtown, because it was real close to my house, he was lying in the middle of the street with his arms spread out. The insanity of it, the inhumanity of it, and the horror of it. And to imagine that happened to Joseph Pokorny in 2005, and then here we are today, pretty much 20 years later, quite frankly. And to know that his son said, I want to be like Dad, and I want to be a cop. And then I get this text yesterday morning from one of my boys, and that Pokorny's son was shot. And the horrifying fact that they couldn't tell Grandma till last night, and I can understand why. One of my closest friends and a true man of God, Pastor James Hogan, joins me. Pastor, good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing all right, Marty. How are you?
It sends tremors through your soul, does it not, sir? This sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. I'm so glad to hear Jake's going to be okay. That whole thing when that happened with Joe was stunning. When I first moved here, I was a manager for Starbucks Corporation for a couple of years, and I had a store right off of the Wexford exit. And if you're on the 279 past Camp Horn, there's no place to turn off. So when Joe was patrolling the whole 279 in the evenings, he would stop in if he needed to get a cup of water or use the bathroom. And the whole crew got to know him a little bit, and we were just all flabbergasted when he got shot. And then you read the story of how it happened, and then that Jagoff getting cheered when he walked into Allegheny County Jail, and the whole mindset that has come about that cops are the enemies.
Right.
It's just such a poisonous mindset because, like, you see the murder rate in Baltimore is through the roof because the cops got tired of being called the criminals and quit doing their job. And when we have police that won't do their job, or people that won't become police because it's too dangerous or because they don't want all the ire that's aimed at them, it's not good for society.
And then to imagine the courage it took for his son to say, I want to be like my dad.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was pretty amazing to find out. He was young when his dad was alive, and it's pretty cool that he decided to follow in his footsteps.
And then I get that text yesterday, and it really sent chills through my body, brother.
Yeah, me too. When I found out about it, I was like, oh man, I hope he's going to be okay. It's horrible.
True evil in the world, my man, but greatness will prevail, will it not, sir?
I believe that. That's 100%.
Pastor James Hogan from Faith Bridge Community Church. We all need faith these days, my man, more than ever.
Yep. Hey, you folks have a great day.
All right, my man. Thanks for the insight.
Yeah, God bless you. All right, bye-bye.
The thing is, it's just amazing to me that kid said, I want to be like my dad. So many people run from that. And he ran to it, man. Once again, I want to make sure you understand this here. Working for the state police up near Lancaster, shot through the arm, a literal drug dealer locked inside a storage unit for drugs. And the cops are starting to cut the bolt, and he says, to hell with it, I'm going to kill them all if I can. And he tried to. And Jake's going to be okay. And it's a good thing. All right. We got to stay positive, because if we don't, we end up living in that darkness, man. And that darkness is a bad, bad place, I tell you right now.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A secret hoard of 1904 $20 Gold Liberty coins have been found. These gorgeous 1904p gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck, and less than 500 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this secret U.S. gold coin discovery a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you can own a piece of the hoard. When you call, you are guaranteed a 1904 Gold Liberty struck at the iconic Philadelphia Mint. With limited availability, you must call now. These 1904 dated gold coins are still in uncirculated condition with brilliant luster. That is 120 years of history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-973-3077. Call now and you'll receive a free bonus, a $75 value free with every order. Call 1-800-973-3077 now to secure your 1904p $20 Gold Liberty coins before they sell out. That's 1-800-973-3077.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
Building owners, my friends at NASCO Roofing, they're experts in replacing flat roofs for commercial, industrial, and residential buildings. With many flat roof material choices, you want NASCO's experienced pros on your roof. Benefit from their experience and their lifetime warranty on materials and labor. Call NASCO Roofing today for a free flat roof estimate. 412-373-2000. 412-373-2000. NASCO Roofing, spelled NASCO, the region's flat roof expert.
There's so much going on in the world.
Say the word and unlock the world.
I love listening on Alexa. It's on every smart speaker I have. Some rooms have more than one because my husband's obsessed with technology.
Tell your smart speaker to play News Radio, KDKA. KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh, W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It's 74 degrees and overcast at 11 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak. A Westmoreland County woman has been sentenced for her role in a fatal DUI crash. The county's district attorney's office says 44-year-old Anna Malik was sentenced to 6 to 15 years in prison in connection with the crash that killed 57-year-old Dawn Coyne in 2022. The DA's office says Malik attempted to pass several vehicles on Arona Road before crashing into oncoming traffic, hitting and killing Coyne. Officials say toxicology reports found that Malik had drugs in her system at the time of the crash, including crystal methamphetamine and marijuana. Improving internet access was the theme for the mayor's public address on Wednesday. News Radio KDKA's Rob Taylor has details.
In the Hill District on Wednesday, Pittsburgh Mayor Ed Gainey announced that Allegheny County would have access to a $1.25 billion digital equity grant program to improve internet access for residents. The grants are open to nonprofits, educational organizations that are not schools, and organizations that host workforce development programs. The grant program is part of President Joe Biden's Internet for All initiative. More than 4,000 households currently do not have internet access in the county, and over 77,000 have slow broadband speeds. That's according to data supplied by the Mayor's Digital Equity Coalition. Gainey wants to close the digital divide in the next 6 years. Rob Taylor, News Radio, KDKA.
The U.S. House voted Wednesday to create a task force to investigate the attempted assassination of Donald Trump in Butler County. Congressman Mike Kelly.
When the American people lose faith and trust and confidence in their government, then the question is going to be, well, who's going to fix it? And the answer is we are.
The task force will have 13 members made up of Republicans and Democrats. The panel will have subpoena power to call local, state, and federal officials to testify, and will also question private citizens and entities connected to the July 13th rally. One of the men shot at the Trump rally was released from the hospital on Wednesday afternoon. 57-year-old David Jake Dutch of New Kensington was discharged from Allegheny General Hospital. The other shooting victim, 74-year-old James Copenhaver, remains in the hospital in stable but serious condition. Kennywood's Racer roller coaster was closed after a picture went viral showing concrete blocks holding up the coaster support beams. Well, today the Racer will reopen, as KDKA Radio's Tamara Rush reports.
The racer is ready to reopen after a viral photo led Kennywood Park to shut the coaster down for one day amid safety concerns from the public. People were worried about the safety of the ride after a photo went viral showing part of the coaster seemingly propped up on concrete blocks. Kennywood released a statement to KDKA Radio this morning stating, quote, a non-structural enhancement under the station was made yesterday and the ride will reopen today, end quote. The Department of Agriculture said it heard the concerns and sent an inspector to the park earlier this week, saying they found the support in question not a primary structural support, but a backup support. Kennywood confirmed Wednesday that work was being done, adding all rides in the amusement park are inspected daily. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
Still struggling from Friday's computer software glitch, Delta thinks disruption should come to an end today. Days of cancellations and delays left thousands of passengers stranded as Delta, in particular, has had trouble catching up. CBS News' Chris Van Cleve is tracking the fallout.
This return to normalcy is coming with controversy. Delta CEO Ed Bastian is yet to publicly speak about the meltdown that followed the CrowdStrike outage, but he arrived in Paris yesterday ahead of the Olympics opening ceremony. The airline tells CBS News Ed delayed his long-planned business trip until he was confident the airline was firmly on a path to recovery. Delta is an Olympic sponsor.
More than 6,500 Delta and Delta partner flights have been canceled since Friday. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 227 points, the Nasdaq is down 9 points, and the S&P 500 is up 12 points. KDKA Sports, the Pirates have the day off. Next on the Bucs schedule, the Diamondbacks at Arizona Friday night. And longtime Allderdice football coach Jerry Hazlitt has died, a Hall of Fame athlete at Clarion. Hazlitt was coach at Allderdice since 2009. He won 3 City League titles with the Dragons and also worked as a teacher and athletic director of the school in Squirrel Hill, and previously was an assistant football coach at Oliver. Jerry Hazlitt was 59. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. For your perfect new roof and a lifetime warranty, trust pj.com. KDKA Radio News Time is 11:05. And we have 74 degrees under overcast skies in Pittsburgh. KDKA AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Visit the Strand Theater in Zillionople for a weekend of live and cinematic excellence, inspired by the 40th anniversary of Purple Rain. See one of the top Prince tribute acts in the country, Purple Madness, live on stage, Saturday only. On Friday and Sunday, it's the groundbreaking film Purple Rain, back on the big screen in 39-speaker surround sound. For details, call 724-742-0400 or visit thestrandtheater.org.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
Well, if you're traveling through Castle Shannonboro on Route 88 Library Road, Marty, folks are going to want to watch for lane restrictions. This is around a slide repair work project that is there through early August. Southbound Library Road will actually be closed between Killarney Drive and Havelock Streets, and that means traffic is shifting into the center turn lane at Killarney Drive. And even with the single lane in each direction through the work zone, you will find delays there, and we see them heavy at times, certainly through the rush hour and even now as you're out and about down that way. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Times of sun and clouds the rest of today. We can't rule out a stray thunderstorm, the high 81. Tonight will turn out mainly clear, though 57. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and pleasant with low humidity, highs in the low 80s. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Retirement doesn't have to be complicated. Are you sick of all the fancy charts and investment mumbo-jumbo thrown at you to justify the Wall Street fees you're being charged? It's not the size of your nest egg that matters, but rather the income it can produce. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons, best-selling author and star in a brand new Hollywood documentary called The Retirement Deception. In this film, we traveled over 20,000 miles interviewing real Americans who have retired successfully with a great lifestyle and peace of mind. They share their stories on how they get more retirement income with the same dollars saved, and the money is never at risk if the market crashes. That's right. If the market crashes 30%, you lose nothing. Even the super wealthy are shifting money into this new strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. So if you're over 50 and want a bigger, better, stress-free retirement, call today to speak to a specialist and get a free copy of this brand new movie, The Retirement Deception. Call 888-379-1486. This is a $30 value, but when you call today, you get it completely free. So don't delay. Call right now. 888-379-1486. 888-379-1486.
Don't let a cold, sinus infection, or allergies ruin your day. Breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier with Navage. Visit Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or a store near you.
The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Marty Griffin, I got this note sent to police, and this is from a citizen on the South Side. And this is the life that we live in, and this is the life that people have to live, and this is the fear factor that exists out there with a dearth of an insane shortage of cops. And these are real stories about real people trying to live in the city and support the city and stay in the city, and they end up living in fear when anything happens. So I want to read this. And I want to grab this guest who's wonderful. I hope this email, sending this to a commander, police commander in Pittsburgh. And this happened at the Ormby Pool. Ormby. I apologize if I'm butchering the name, but we'll get, it's Ormby, O-R-M-B-Y. I will ask Claire in a second. I hope this email finds you well. However, what I saw today was really quite disturbing, and I'm slow. Police response was ridiculous. Slow police response. As I'm typing this email, it's been 30 minutes. The lifeguard has been on the phone with the police for 10 minutes. The kids who were causing trouble are traumatizing everybody in the park, but police haven't arrived. How about this? Group of children was threatening a boy with a gun. They were going to kill him with a gun. Started shuffling through their bags saying they were getting a gun. We had the same problem 2 years ago, and they brought a gun with them. The head lifeguard, this is a pool, folks, where people are bringing their kids to swim, for God's sakes. The head lifeguard tried to kick him out, the kid with a gun. The patrons refused to listen. They started using foul language and threatening to destroy lifeguard personal property and city property. I personally witnessed them telling one lifeguard, if they stepped out of the gate, they will kill him. City life at a city friggin' pool. To which I say, is this as good as it gets? So I'm sitting there thinking, I got my 3 kids and I'm with my wife. You want to go to the pool today? Better bring your gun in your vest because we might not be safe. Is this city life that we want? Is this as good as it gets? Better not be. Claire, good morning.
Good morning.
Ironically, listen to the sirens in the background.
I know.
What is it, Claire?
I'm just sitting on Carson Street outside of a breakfast place.
Can you put the phone up to your ear, please?
Yes, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. But you're out of Carson Street. And was that cops or fire trucks?
That was fire.
Today's Claire's birthday. Happy birthday. And your anniversary, right?
Yes.
Hey, Claire, this note scared the hell out of me. It has to scare the hell out of you. Set this up for us. How do you name, what's the name of this pool? How do you say it anyway? I apologize.
It's Ormsby, O-R-M-S-B-Y, named after John Ormsby.
I see. And this is a community pool on the south side?
Yes.
And what happened yesterday?
Well, I mean, it's pretty much what happens every other week. This group of kids who have been kicked out of the pool numerous times have been kicked out for a week. They come back. And so this time they were like threatening another kid in the pool to shoot him or whatever. You know, I don't know if they had a gun.
Hold on, though. You say that so nonchalantly, to shoot him, whatever. It's that common down there that this kind of, oh, yeah, they were going to shoot someone else down there. It's that common.
Unfortunately, it is.
Wow.
Well, unfortunately, with this group of kids, like, we just hear a lot of foul language. So, like, that's kind of par for the course. Again, I do not blame these children. I blame, like, this happened 2 years ago where I and another mother stood in between a gun and children in the pool on the park. Oh, I mean, this is like a regular occurrence. I mean, at any safe place, our most vulnerable people are at our parks, are at our free spaces, are at our libraries. and we have no training, no people there who are trained to handle these vulnerable people. And here they are. We know a mecca of vulnerable people are in this location. I have met with 4 different commanders and have the same conversation with them every summer, because every year we get a new commander who we have to explain what's going on to. So 2 years ago after this happened, we had a commander who put a police every day at 3 o'clock. There was a cop for an hour down at the pool.
Why?
Not just to, like,
so the pool's that dangerous? You have to have full-time cops at the pool?
I don't think the pool's that dangerous. I think we need a superior adult who can intervene and redirect and offer some re-guidance.
I don't know, man. You got kids showing up with guns at a pool. I think that's dangerous, my dear. I mean, with all due respect to
that
what
is dangerous. Yeah, that is absolutely dangerous. But we could infiltrate these kids now when they're 11 years old, swimming in the pool with access to whether it's in the locker room or not, have no access to guns. We can have someone be a positive influence, redirect these kids, and instead, like last year, these kids got in trouble, different group, kick them out of the pool. Then they're doing stuff on the playground, kick them out of the playground. Then they go over to the library and steal donation boxes, and then they get in trouble. And it's like, okay, what started as like if there was one person who could have intervened in these last 2 hours, but it just like escalates. And so, my big problem yesterday was the police response time. So when I think it was 7 minutes when we called 2 years ago and there was a gun, like a physical gun pointed at us. That was like 7 minutes response time. This was, I believe this, whether it was exactly or not, it felt like a half hour, whether it was 23 minutes, 25 minutes. I understand there was like additionally another shooting right up in Knoxville at that time, but the fact that we have
homicide
cops who can't reply, who can't reply or can't respond to 2 incidents at once. And so it's just like we're talking. This isn't Mayberry with like one chief and one police officer. This is a city. And with like everything that just happened in Butler County, 30 minutes away, what are we supposed to think? Like, this is our local law enforcement now. This is the way. Like, then I guess so. We all have to like start protecting ourselves a little better and figuring out what to do.
What,
because
guns invested the pool? I mean, where are we at, Claire?
I don't know. I don't know how there is. And I have personally met with our commander and asked him in the beginning of the summer for help with this situation. I asked last summer and I asked the summer before and stuff. So it's like, it's not like we're out here not saying we need help.
Right.
And it's obviously number one fault is parents and stuff, but I don't know how you fix that problem.
I don't either. I mean, the same thing, they shut down the Highland Park pool for the same reason. Kids are beating the hell out of each other and then posting on social media, and people are afraid to take their kids to a pool.
Yeah. And it's like, and then what, you make them come with their adult, then like, guess what? That would cancel out half the kids because they're, mom's on drugs, dad's in jail, grandma's watching them and stuff. My husband was a Pittsburgh public teacher for a long time. And like, that is what's going on. It's crass to say, and it's unfortunate, and it's sad, and it's scary.
It's sad and it's scary that you have friggin' guns at a public pool. Hey, Claire, can you hang?
Yeah.
Hang on, Claire. It's despicable. So there's so many issues here. Guns at a pool? Seriously? Are you killing me? In 20 minutes to respond to the possibility of a gun at a pool? Are you serious? You're killing me. She's wonderful. But so nonchalant about, it was just, last year I was in between the kid and the gun. Man. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Wow. Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty, we'll start with some good news here. The PennDOT District 11 has announced that the ramps to and from Helen Street on the McKees Rocks Bridge have reopened as part of the ongoing project there. Not far from the Rocks Bridge, of course, is Route 65, and ramp inspections continue this week along that corridor with Ohio River Boulevard. The area south of the intersection with the Rocks Bridge is getting attention today until 3 p.m. Crews are forcing restrictions on the ramp from northbound or outbound Route 65 to Chateau Street, and the ramp from Chateau Street to northbound Route 19 is getting restrictions as well. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
This portion of the show is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Visit them at awaken180weightloss.com.
Sorry, but we actually have a wait list for our Monstera.
Shaw's greenhouse is really bringing in the green.
We can't keep snake plants in stock.
She needs a construction manager to build on her roots and grow.
We could add a whole section for ferns. And here we'd have dahlias, dahlias, and more dahlias.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Paul Alexander here, and yes, once again, we seem to be in the middle of a heat wave. Did you know Renewal by Andersen's replacement windows can help keep your home cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter? It's because the right kind of glass can make a huge difference. Their Smart Sun glass meets performance standards in all climates, and their frames are made of Fibrex material. It's warranted not to warp or crack, so weather-tight seals stay weather-tight. This month at Renewal by Andersen, they're offering their Mega Flash deal. Buy one window, entry or patio door, and when you buy 4 or more, you get the next one 50% off. Plus, great payment plans are able to help make your project more affordable. Call by July 31st. Call 412-448-9090. That's 412-448-9090. 412-448-9090. For the offer and warranty details, visit renewalbyandersen.com.
So we are, by definition, a Bowser family. Let me explain. We have four Bowser cars, and there's discussion of 5. Let me think. We have 2 Subarus. We have a Buick. My wife drives, and I have a Genesis. My brother Larry drives a Genesis. Probably the coolest car I've driven in 20 years. Seriously amazing. So we had a fender bender. One of the girls, one of my teenage daughters, had a fender bender, and the part wasn't available to fix it. This is a true story. The Bowsers sent a guy out of state to get the part and bring it back to Pittsburgh to fix the car. I'm telling you, beyond the expertise when you buy the car, behind this whole idea of it's a great car company, it's a great family that really takes care of people, that really makes sure that you're the number one priority. I've seen it. Come on, we have a fleet of them, and every single time they do a hell of a job. Bowser, the best.
Why are prices spiking in Pennsylvania? It's simple. It's inflation. And Senator Bob Casey's reckless spending caused the problem to grow. Casey joined Washington liberals in voting for trillions in reckless spending. All of Senator Casey's spending caused inflation to get out of control until disaster. Everything is too expensive, from gas to groceries. And Senator Casey helped create this mess. Worse, Casey voted to allow COVID relief checks for illegal immigrants and convicted criminals, even murderers. Senator Casey voted to allow more money for illegals, leaving less for us. Call Senator Casey at 202-224-6324. Tell him to put Pennsylvania families first and fix his inflation disaster. Support S575, the Fight Inflation Through Balanced Budgets Act. Paid for by One Nation, onenationamerica.org.
She's back. Join Dr. Bridget Shufo at 9 this Sunday morning and see how her wellness and weight loss help you get rid of excess weight and, more importantly, keep it off with a healthy lifestyle. It's Dr. Shufo's Health and Wellness Show this Sunday at 9 a.m.
Tune in this Sunday morning at 8 for the Coons Cooking Hour with Rob Pratt and the Coons Market team as they discuss ways to prepare delicious sandwiches featuring boar's head meats. It's the Coons Cooking Hour presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer.
Get Marty, brought to you by the law firm of Rosen and Perry. No slogans or gimmicks, just results.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Why I found this frustrating is this is life in an American city today. We've been talking about this for 2 years, the dearth of, the shortage of police officers in Pittsburgh. Depending on who you talk to, anywhere between 150 and 300 officers short right now, and so they don't have people to cover shifts. So here you have a homicide in Knoxville. This all happened at the same time. And then you have this pool on the south side, this Ormsby pool, which is supposed to be a community pool. And, you know, I like context and things, and I'm just being honest with you folks. If kids showed up with a gun at a pool in Mount Lebanon, the entire community would melt down. There'd be 1,000 lawyers, doctors, and Indian chiefs in a meeting, and it would change that day. And Claire, who I love this woman, by the way, she's an advocate. She's a wonderful, you can just tell she gives a damn. She knows the lay of the land. And so what she was saying was that she was in between a gun and a kid at the pool a couple years ago, and then yesterday they thought more kids had shown up with guns at the pool. And then, Claire, what do you think? It took the cops 30 minutes to show up?
Yes.
Wow.
And I'm sure that'll be refuted, that it was 27 minutes, and that's what the, commander in the city will claim as like their. No, we were there in it's just like.
Claire, what the hell's
I'm
the difference?
Sick of this kind of like, exactly. I'm sick of like these excuses. I'm sick of like us being like, at these meetings in November and us looking at these police chief and him like, on January 1st, we're going to have beat cops starting January 1st. I don't know one business that has met this beat cop. I've never met them at the pool, so like that's not true. So like they give us these plans. They give us these grand schemes that they're going to do this stuff just to shut us up. And then they never do it, and then we're stuck here.
I agree. I didn't get it, and I honestly, I feel for you. I think it's horrible, but I also think we're kind of at this dynamic in America where you got to have metal detectors at pools, for God's sakes, Claire. You know what I'm saying? God, it's a swimming pool, man.
Kids really didn't even have a gun. So, like, having a metal detector on these kids wouldn't have made a difference because I'm sure there wasn't a gun. And maybe there was, but there probably wasn't. And they sat there. I mean, the lifeguards closed the gate on them. These kids sat there for 20 minutes.
Wow.
And just like, what are the police going to do? What are you going to do? I'm going to, like, if you step out that gate, I'm going to kill you and stuff. Like, foul, awful, F-U-B word and stuff. Like, I mean, we're talking about children. We are talking children.
These are kids who are telling the lifeguard they're going to kill them. They're going to kill them.
And they don't know what they're saying and stuff. This is just their environment. But we have.
What do you mean they don't know what they're saying? The jail's full of these kids that actually pull the trigger.
At 11 years old, I mean, I don't know that there's too many kids I see that get in trouble. And these kids weren't afraid of the cops. I can tell you that.
Wow.
They were like, do it, call them. They were. I mean, the lifeguards sat there on the phone with the cops and stared at these kids, and these kids just kept on going and kept on going because they knew, the cops aren't coming. And so I have a friend who was a lifeguard over at Sue Murray Pool. They would call in Norset.
No, they had to close that last year. Last year they had to close that pool.
So it's like we have these threatening, like these. This is a reality. It's sad, but it's the makeup of our reality. It's an urban environment. I wish it was different.
No, you're right.
And stuff, but like if we don't have if we could start infiltrating with these kids when they're 11 years old on the park, they won't be 15-year-olds with guns on East Carson Street at 2 a.m. Like I believe that.
No, you're right.
And stuff, and I believe that but I've been saying that for 2 years now, and look, we could stop these kids who stole the donation boxes at the library. They've been at the pool now for 3 years and stuff, but it's like they're this, from Mount Oliver. I know their story specifically. They've got 5 kids. Dad's nowhere to be found. I mean, the police, there's 2 cops assigned to this, one household of children and stuff. They call the police for rides. They call the police for food. And these kids have nothing. They have no other. If the only person who cares about them is the person who's giving them the gun.
Hey, Claire, what point do you say, hell, I'm not going to the pool? Hell with it. It's too dangerous.
Oh, it'll take a lot to get me out of there. But I feel like I've been through a lot of it. But, I mean, that's part of your work, Do you just move every time something is wrong, or do you work to change it? I mean, what are we doing as a society if we're not working to better this?
Wow. Claire Pro, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Who are you there with?
My baby.
I thought I heard a baby. How old?
6 months.
6 months. What's the little baby's name?
Michael Jr.
Should have gone with Marty. Thank you, Claire.
I'll tell my husband that.
I love your passion. I love that you care. And please stay in touch with me. Let me help you get this done, all right? Because I'll call the police chief as soon as we're done here. I'm serious.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, my friend. Happy anniversary, too.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Life with Claire is cool. You know I love her? She gives a damn. And you know I love her even more? She wants to create a change. She doesn't say these are all punks and thugs, throw them in jail. She says, let's intervene and help these 11-year-olds. But think of what Claire just said. Patrick, you remember when we were talking about the pool on the south side? That's their pool. You're afraid to go. Last year was the pool on the north side. We actually had a guy, you know this, Patrick. He said, I'll pay for extra security so people can go to the pool. You got to run a gauntlet of drug dealers and people with arms, guns, drugs to go to the damn pool. It was just about, was it a month ago, Patrick, they closed the Highland Park pool? Same damn thing.
Yep, same thing, exactly.
So now we live in a culture where you can't go to the damn pool. Man. Hey, man, cops can't fix everything. And you can't arrest your way out of this. I can say they could have shown up sooner than 30 minutes. But at the end of the day, how do you do this at every pool in the city? Armed cops at pools? Is that where we're at? Is that as good as it gets? I fear it may be.
Feel like everything's clouded by doubt? Visit CaliforniaPsychics.com. Our psychics are available to talk 24/7, and we guarantee if it's not life-changing, it's free. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
I learned it from my adoptive mom. Hold my hand.
You hold my hand. Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Your bathroom's got to go, the vanity's decayed, and toilet's really old. The bathtub's giving way, give Baths R Us a ring. Call morning, noon, or night. You do not have to wait to get your bathroom right.
Call Baths R Us for your free estimate and enter to win our Christmas in July $15,000 bathroom remodel with an additional $1,500 off plus low to no monthly payments. Call 412-556-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It's 74 degrees and overcast at 11:30. I'm Pat Septak. The Air Traffic Controllers Union and the FAA have reached an agreement. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has that story.
The FAA says it's pleased to announce important progress on the issue of fatigue, as the union says it has been voicing concern over controller fatigue for years, among other things, starting with next year's schedules. Controllers will get 10 hours off between shifts and 12 hours off before and after midnight shift. National Air Traffic Controllers President Rich Santa says, we're happy to join with the FAA to implement changes that will begin to provide relief to this understaffed workforce. The FAA says it's on track to meet its goal of hiring 1,800 controllers this year. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
FBI Director Christopher Wray updated a congressional hearing Wednesday on what the Bureau has learned about the 20-year-old who tried to assassinate former President Donald Trump in Butler County. CBS News' Nicole Sanga has more on that.
FBI analysis of the shooter's laptop reveals his ominous Google search a week before he nearly killed former President Trump.
On July 6th, he did a Google search for, quote, how far away was Oswald from Kennedy? And so that's a search that obviously is significant in terms of his state of mind.
On the same day he did that research, the shooter, 20-year-old Thomas Crooks, registered to attend the Trump rally where he opened fire.
One rally goer was killed, and Crooks was quickly killed by a Secret Service sniper. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 252 points, the Nasdaq is up 38 points, and the S&P is up 22 points. KDKA Radio News Time is 11:31. Our next update at noon. I'm Pat Septak on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Guess what, people? Wendy's has new saucy nugs. You heard me. Wendy's nugs now come in 7 saucy flavors. Buffalo, honey barbecue, garlic parm, spicy ghost pepper. You can literally hear your taste buds after every bite. I'm serious. Listen to mine. Okay, that's just me playing with sound effects, but you got the idea. For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's.
With Progressive Snapshot, you could save on auto insurance rates by driving safely, which is great because you're rarely rewarded for just being you. Ever get rewarded for being left-handed? No. You get to use weird scissors. Your reward for being a Capricorn? Cold birthdays that conflict with the holidays. And your reward for quickly responding to every work email? More emails. But with Snapshot, even left-handed Capricorns with proper email etiquette could get rewarded for good driving. So download the Progressive app today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in all states or from all agents.
Summer is here, and it's time for adventure. There's no better way to start your summer than with a brand new Subaru Outback from Bowser Subaru. During Bowser Subaru's summer sales event, you can drive away in a 2024 Subaru Outback with incredible savings like 2.9% APR for 72 months. Don't wait. Visit Bowser Subaru today and take advantage of these limited time offers. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff are ready to help you find the perfect Outback for your summer adventures. Dealer doc fee of $464 applies with credit approval and financing through SMFL. See Bowser Subaru for complete details. Offer ends July 31st. Now that's the power of Bowser. BowserSubaru.com. Bowser Subaru, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
Hey, guys, check this out. Our house is 80 years old. I love it. We have this big picture window in what you would call the formal living room. It needs repaired. It needs replaced. And it needs replaced badly. So, I am so happy to know that Universal Windows Direct is coming to the house to take a look. They got this amazing opportunity right now. If you call them, 412-545-6003. For every 2 windows you buy, you get 2 free. Love it. Buy 2, get 2 free. Buy 4, get 4 free. Buy 20, get 20 free. In other words, there is no limit. And 0% financing for 60 months. Folks, the windows perform better and last longer. They have this super spacer technology which insulates the windows. 412-543-6003. Universal Windows Direct. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
All right, Marty, thank you so much. We're looking out live over the area roads with the Cordell and Cordell traffic cams all fired up over the Parkway West currently, where you'll find the heaviest delays that we have at this hour. If you're heading into town for a noontime meeting or lunch, you are in a lot of heavy traffic beginning at that Green Tree off-ramp all the way down the front side of Green Tree Hill and through those Fort Pitt tunnels. Maybe heading out to Pittsburgh International Airport. Traffic is heavy but moving steadily. No major problems in your way all the way from the Golden Triangle out to the airport, so good news there. Parkway East inbound continues to be a bit sluggish right around the Edgewood-Swissvale interchange as you head for the Squirrel Hill tunnels, and the outbound ride toward the eastern suburbs on 376 continues to move well. No problems as you head toward the Turnpike interchange, for example, there at Monroeville. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will feature intervals of clouds and sun with a spotty thunderstorm, but most of the time will be rain-free, the high 81. Tonight will turn out mainly clear, though 57. Mostly sunny tomorrow, highs in the low 80s. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
President, he spoke last night. Man, we talk about that and so much more on this Thursday right here. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6, KDK.
It's amazing how fast you become irrelevant. I mean, seriously. Joe Biden is now irrelevant. It happened in a day. Whatever. Amazing. It's amazing. So it goes. I just finished a little bowl of mush. Delicious. Anyone out there eat mush? Anyone? Love this mush. You know who also loves mush? One of my favorite people on earth. Ariana Bazzi.
Hello.
What do you think of the mush?
I like it, all the flavors.
Delicious, right?
You had peanut butter, right?
It's delicious.
Yeah, that one's good.
It's a great name.
It is. Even
Right?
though it doesn't sound too appetizing.
It doesn't.
But it's really good.
What makes it so appealing? It's mushy.
I know.
Delicious. See, everybody listening to this show is like my age and older, so you're like, mush. What the hell's that crap? That's why it's, and I mean this, and it's so nice. I get anxiety sometimes about having kids when I was older because I didn't get married till I was 43. I mean, I have a 13-year-old son, and I'm an old guy. And so everybody thinks, well, why'd you do that? I get that. And believe me, it crosses my mind. But the truth of the matter is that having young kids in the house, they show you stuff. Hey, Dad, check out this mush.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's cool to have them around.
I didn't know who the hell Mr. Beast was. I guarantee you most of the people listening right now don't know who the hell Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is Get Marty times 8 billion. Mr. Beast is where we're headed, honestly, as we plan to grow this thing and help more people. Because we get so many requests for help, and it frustrates me and Patrick and Ariana because we kind of enjoy it. We're going to a woman's house today that has a massive hole in the roof, and we're going to get a roof put on her house, and that's fine. But you kind of chip away at the iceberg, and we got to do more. And having young kids is, hey, Dad, check out this Mr. Beast guy. Hey, Dad, check out Mush. Hey, Dad, what was the thing, Samantha, what the hell were we talking about yesterday that my kids turned me on to, that silly TikTok stuff?
Oh, with Kamala Harris?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brat.
Brat. She's a brat.
I had to,
Ariana, are you familiar with this?
I had to explain the bratification of Kamala Harris to Marty.
That's great.
What's true?
Ariana knows.
I have no idea,
Yeah.
right? I
There's
only
no
know
way.
because of TikTok and social media.
No,
And
truly.
I still don't even fully understand.
Yeah, that's kind of part of it.
But hold on, though. It's all these videos out there.
Right.
These kids have latched on to Kamala Harris.
Yeah, no, for sure.
In turn, Trump makes fun of her for laughing. They think that's joyful.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that Trump makes fun of her for, they love.
Yeah.
And so they've created these crazy videos, and I had no idea until my kids said, hey, Dad, check out this stuff. And what's the name of that artist? XYZZY?
Charlie XCX.
Who?
Charlie XCX.
Yeah, sure. And so mush is like oatmeal.
Yeah, overnight oats.
Like mushy.
Mm-hmm.
And my man Joe, the greatest tow truck driver on earth, breakfast mush, put sauce on it for dinner. No, man, come on.
What?
There's no way he's doing it. He's making a joke. Put syrup on your mush. Man, this one was sweet, though, the peanut butter. Okay, I want to get serious for a minute. I want to play a couple things. And I know politics is ugly. And I get that everybody's about to get ugly. Just play this sound. Tell those people to go home. But I want to play two clips that are circulating the universe right now. I was blown away by J.D. Vance's book. And I was also blown away by the movie that he produced and as a part of his book. It was one of the most revealing, uplifting things I've ever seen. We sat there and cried about Appalachia and his parents and his upbringing. He went to an Ivy League school. It was just amazing stuff. And now he's running for vice president. Fine. Now he's being called Trump 2.0, that this is a testosterone campaign. I'm not getting into that right now, and I'm not taking a side right now, but I heard this and it made me sick. And I think that this is the race to the bottom that aggravates me a lot. This hurts to hear, and I want you to hear it. This was J.D. Vance a couple years ago when he was running for Senate. And now, of course, it's back again because this is what he says about Kamala Harris. And I just think it's hurtful. And if someone talks this way about women, I wonder if they were raised right and how they feel about women and children. And well, listen to this.
What I was basically saying is that we're effectively run in this country via the Democrats, via our corporate oligarchs, by a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made, and so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too. And it's just a basic fact. You look at Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, AOC, the entire future of the Democrats is controlled by people without children.
Oh, God. That hurts me for so many reasons. And look, man, I'm a big boy. Can you play it again? Ariana heard that. That was probably the first time, and you cringed, did you not? Honestly, you cringed.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's referring to there.
Play it again, please, Samantha.
What I was basically saying is that we're effectively run in this country via the Democrats, via our corporate oligarchs, by a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made, and so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too. And it's just a basic fact. You look at Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, AOC, the entire future of the Democrats is controlled by people without children.
Childless cat ladies?
Yeah, that's horrible.
That is horrible.
First of all, I know people that really struggle to have kids, man.
Right, that's very
hurtful to say
It's
that.
not easy for everybody, you know.
And
It's
even-
just
So, childless cat lady,
Very
like she's some horrible person.
for
Then
not
throw
having
Buttigieg
children.
in there. And,
Also, like having children values you as a woman. Like that's your
Yeah.
only purpose in life is to have children. Like, you know, that makes you somehow higher value.
But you can talk about family values and the significance of family and how important children are to us without. I just think that that's so hateful.
And why do you gotta bring cats into it?
That's another thing. As if she's like this horrible person.
Right.
Like she's this raving lunatic because she sits there with a cat. She's actually turned out to be a hell of a stepmom if you listen to her stepchildren. And again, I'm not taking a side here. I told my wife last night, I heard that, man. It hurt me, man. I just think we can do better. He's a very intelligent guy. He's really, really intelligent. His wife is insanely gifted. You look at her background. Man, make a difference in America. Change America forever. Make us great. But, man, crawling down into the sludge like that. And then I got to play this. This was just on Fox. I saw this morning, and this too hurt. I'm not picking on Fox. You do your thing, I'll do my thing. You watch your thing, I'll watch my thing. Listen to what this guy said on Fox this morning. Do you have that clip? I find it despicable.
Yeah, and then there's the DEI press secretary telling you that the DEI vice president is the future of the party here. And so the future looks kind of dim for the Democrats here, but this is no shocker either. Kamala Harris, she's the original Haktua girl. That's the way she got where she is. And the party's going downhill if it's in her hands.
That was tough. That was harsh.
So, context. Calling Kamala Harris the original Haktua girl. That's that video that went viral that created a career for this idiot girl who said that when you're finished and you're about to have oral sex with someone, you spit on it. I'm not trying to be graphic here, but he was inferring that is what Kamala Harris did to get where she is. And I just think that we can do better, man. That's hateful. It's just hateful. And why do we have guests like that on shows? And why is he allowed to get away with that? And why didn't somebody call him out on that? And again, it comes from both sides. These are just the most recent examples that I just found to be offensive as hell. And you hurt people and you hate people. And then everybody at home goes, yeah, that's what she is. What? What is that? We got to learn to do better than that, don't we? I mean, Jesus. Man, if you said something like that about my daughter or my wife, I would kick your ass. I would find you and kick your ass. Or my mother, or Jesus, man. Any woman. Come on, man. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, go ahead.
All right, thanks, Marty. And the Parkway West continues to be the sticking point for backed up traffic here at the noon hour, approaching the noon hour. Inbound delays reach you before the top of Green Tree Hill down into the Fort Pitt tunnels. Behind the Liberty tunnels, decent ride for you on 51 and 19 if you are making your way there for some sort of afternoon outing or appointment. Parkway East inbound, it's going to cost you a little bit of time, so sorry. You're backing up right around Edgewood, Swissvale as you try to squeeze into the Squirrel Hill tunnels, and outbound you'll find a little bit of a delay as well. It's like the very beginning of evening rush hour there, approaching the outbound Squirrel Hill tunnels. AAA traffic here, and I'm Ellen Gamble. on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
Wow, honey, have you seen the electric bill?
Yeah, it's out of control. But have you heard of Navien tankless water heaters?
Tankless? How does that even work?
Well, instead of constantly heating and storing water, it only heats water when we need it. So much more efficient than our giant tank heater.
That sounds great. Let's look into Navien.
Already on it.
Imagine all the hot water you need only when you need it. Bulky tanks are history. Navien high-efficiency tankless is the future. Compact, wall-hung units free up floor space, lower energy bills, longer life than tanks, and a 15-year warranty. Find out more at tanklessmadesimple.com.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Don't let a cold, sinus infection, or allergies ruin your day. Breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier with Navage. Visit Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or a store near you.
A house is 80 years old, maybe 90. Has a couple bathrooms. We had a plumber in there fixing one of the bathrooms. He said the fixtures were 30 years old. It's old. It needs updated. We got the Bath Authority coming out. Look, here's why I love them. It's modern. Everything they make is durable. Everything they make is custom. Everything they make is low maintenance. Walk-in tubs, great. Replacement showers, great. Tub-to-shower conversions, great. This is the best chance for you to get a new bath, the Bath Authority. 412-249-1140. 412-249-1140. Get $1,500 off a new shower or bath and 36 months of interest-free financing. Bath Authority, 412-249-1140.
Hearing the news every day is one thing. Hearing it hit home is something altogether different. That's the difference you hear every day on KDKA Radio. We go beyond the benign headlines and bring the news to life. Your life. So stay here and hear the news and what a difference it makes. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Soldiers and Sailors Hall and Museum recognizes Pennsylvania's combat veterans who have received medals for gallantry. With this Hall of Valor moment, here's the president of Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall and Museum, John McCabe.
Army Specialist Leonard Zonrich of Allegheny County was awarded the Silver Star for gallantry in action aboard a helicopter on 23 May 1970 in Vietnam. While assessing the results of gunship strikes, he noticed a wounded soldier lying near an enemy bunker. Flying through enemy fire, his helicopter landed near the wounded man. Zonrich charged out of his aircraft, suppressing the enemy fire as he ran. With bullets still impacting around him, he began to carry the wounded man to his aircraft when he received intense fire from another enemy position. He shielded the Allied soldier with his own body, silenced the enemy position with return fire, and carried the casualty to his helicopter. As a direct result of his extreme valor, Specialist Zonrich personally neutralized several enemy positions and saved the life of an Allied soldier.
To nominate a qualifying hero for the Hall of Valor, please contact Tim Neff at 412-621-4253, extension 219, or visit online at soldiersandsailorshall.org.
Shorkey Kia's low summer payments are bringing the heat across our 500 vehicle inventory. New 24 Kia Sportage X-Line, $269 a month. New 24 Kia Telluride S, $299 a month. Lease your choice for 24 months with $3,000 due at signing. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. North Huntington and Wexford, PA's #1 volume Kia dealer, ShorkeyKia.com. See dealer for complete details. Offer expires 7/31/24.
So, I was on the phone yesterday with Julian Gray. We've become good friends. He's an elder law attorney. I met him, became very close when my parents passed, and he took over our estate, had the whole family sitting in his office, made a tremendous difference in our lives. I was talking to him yesterday about how important it is to get an elder law attorney like the folks at Julian Gray and Associates involved. I'll tell you why. Major tax implications. major health care implications, major input you need from an expert, a true insider like Julian Gray and his folks that made a massive difference in the lives of the Griffin family. It's never too late to do this. It's never too late to plan your estate, but do it as soon as possible. Julian Gray, grayelderlaw.com. grayelderlaw.com. I'm telling you, folks, they did a wondrous job for the Griffin family. 412-458-6000. grayelderlaw.com.
Tickets are on sale now for the upcoming season of the Pittsburgh Speaker Series, presented by University of Pittsburgh at Heinz Hall, with remarkable individuals who have left an indelible mark on their respective fields, including Andrew Lloyd Webber, Liz Cheney, historian Annette Gordon-Reed, and news anchor Chris Wallace. 1 subscription, 7 live events. For information and tickets, go to pittsburghspeakers.org. Sponsored by News Radio KDKA and the Spanos Group of Raymond James.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
What I was basically saying is that we're effectively run in this country via the Democrats, via our corporate oligarchs, by a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made, and so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too. And it's just a basic fact. You look at Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, AOC, the entire future of the Democrats is controlled by people without children.
Yeah, and then there's the DEI press secretary telling you that the DEI vice president is the future of the party here. And so the future looks kind of dim for the Democrats here, but this is no shocker either. Kamala Harris, she's the original Haktua girl. That's the way she got where she is. And the party's going downhill if it's in her hands.
That was tough. That was harsh.
I just think we can do better, man. Some guy called in and said, I'm a hypocrite because I call people jagoffs. Really? So you're saying that a woman running for president is extremely promiscuous. That's what that Haktua thing means, in case you're not following up on cult followings in our culture and social media. It's disgusting and vile. And the prior one, that Kamala Harris is somehow an idiot, moron, loser because she doesn't have kids. And so, in essence, if you have a cat and you don't have kids, write you off. You're a nobody, a has-been, a wannabe. I mean, look, man, point out their inadequacies. Point out their ineptitudes. Point out their deficiencies, and they're there. I mean, as I told my wife, I just want to change in America. Whether or not Kamala is the best candidate or not, I think most Americans want to change. You want to be able to buy a house or a car. So nothing to do with whether or not she's promiscuous. And so that's what we're going to run with, and whether or not she has kids. And so now you instill this hate and this crap that I'm a hypocrite because I call people jagoff. Listen, sir, jagoff is actually in the dictionary, not Haktua girl. It's a pornographic reference. It's disgusting. And jagoff, I will read the definition. It's an American English derogatory slang term in Pittsburgh, meaning a person is a jerk. That's it. Not a slut, not a whore, a jerk. And we're not talking about the President of the United States or the person wanting to be president. I just think we can do better. And please don't call me and say, remember that time she said, this is what I heard today. And that Haktua thing really irritates me. My man, Jake the Snake, what's up?
That's the first time I ever heard that, and that's definitely gross.
Yeah, man. So, look, it's beneath them. Look, Jake, you're a conservative. You get where I'm coming from, brother. Beat him the right way, man, on issues. Come on.
Again, you said it. I'm a conservative. I'm a Trump supporter. I never heard that term. I would never use it.
No, you wouldn't. Actually, I've known you for a while. I love you, man. You're one of my favorite callers.
The point I would like to make is the vice president, now going to run against Trump, right, says, I'm happy to take this position. I'm a prosecutor versus a guy with 34 felony counts.
Yeah, I saw
right?
that. I saw that.
What are those felony counts about? His right? Alleged affair, right? And
No, by the way, there's some irony to all this. By the way, so yeah.
It is. This is what's killing me because, I'm a Teamster, truck driver. I used back in the late 90s, early 2000s, I listened to a station out of San Francisco. Guess what I heard about? Willie Brown.
Yeah.
The FBI investigating Willie Brown. The FBI.
He's a state leader in California, by the way, for folks who don't know. Big time.
Sorry.
Jake, I love you, and I'm out of time, and I appreciate your calls, and I love where you're coming from. And I respect his honesty in that all I'm saying is, man, I'm not picking a side here. I'm saying, come on, man. Come on. When I heard Vance say that, and again, as Patrick points out, and as I pointed out, it was 3 years ago when he was running for Senate. Man, I just don't think his mom would be pleased that she raised a son who says that kind of thing about a woman or a man or anyone. And I think he's so intelligent and his wife is brilliant that they can elevate the conversation rather than degrade us and make us all hate each other. It's just not the right play, I don't think.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
I'm with Joe Potocznik from JP Roofing and Siding and Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor. Joe, with wind damage and storm damage, you help a lot of people with their roof and siding issues.
Yes, Larry. We work from A to Z with the homeowner and the insurance company, and all you have to do is call for a free estimate.
412-829-7711. 412-829-7711. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Larry.
Trust JP Roofing and Siding. Call now.
Hi, I'm Angie Hicks, co-founder of Angie. When you use Angie for your home projects, you know all your jobs will be done well. Roof repair? Done well. Kitchen sink install? Done well. Deck upgrades? Done well. Electrical upgrade? Done well. Angie's been connecting homeowners with skilled pros for nearly 30 years, so we know the difference between done and done well. Hire high-quality certified pros at Angie.com.
As a roofer, I don't have time to fail. Homeowners rely on me, so I rely on Beacon. Beacon's unique network of branches work together to get me what I need when I need it. And with the Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the brands I depend on, like GAF, right at my fingertips. Now through September 15th, purchase high-quality GAF with Beacon Pro Plus and earn up to $1,500. Go to BECN.com or download the Beacon Pro Plus app today. Beacon, always building.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh, W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It's overcast and 77 degrees at 12 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak. For the first time ever, Southwest Airlines is getting rid of open seating. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
Southwest Airlines is shifting to assigned seats for the first time in its history, a change that will allow the low-fare carrier to charge a premium for some seats. The airline will also start offering overnight red-eye flights for the first time, saying it will improve the efficiency by increasing the use of its aircraft. According to research conducted by Southwest, 80% of customers and 86% of potential customers say they prefer an assigned seat. Southwest said the number one reason the unhappy passengers cite is open seating. The change will also help the company charge some passengers more for their tickets. No details on when the changes will go into effect. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
A man was killed outside a convenience store in Knoxville Wednesday afternoon. Police were sent to the 100 block of Amanda Street, where the man was shot outside Triangle Mart. First responders found the 51-year-old man at the back of the building with a gunshot wound to the chest. Public Information Officer Kara Cruz tells KDKA-TV.
He did tell people within the store that he knew who did it, so that's the information that police will be working with.
The unidentified victim was taken to a hospital in critical condition and died a short time later. Big drug bust in Monroeville. The Allegheny County District Attorney's Office says police went in with a search warrant and seized multiple pounds of drugs and cash from a Monroeville apartment. In total, officers seized approximately 8 pounds of marijuana, 82 THC cartridges, 3/4 of a pound of mushrooms, and 2 guns, and nearly $3,500 in cash. 2 men, 20-year-old Makey Manor and 18-year-old Stephen Robbins, were both taken into custody and are now facing felony drug charges. The Pittsburgh Penguins have gotten what they wanted. Ice skating is now a permanent fixture at Hunt Armory in Shadyside. In a 7-page ruling, the Pittsburgh Zoning Board of Adjustment has given the hockey team permission to operate the seasonal rink at the Armory on Emerson Street on a permanent basis. This despite concerns from several Shadyside residents about parking and noise. In granting the request, the board attached several conditions, including limiting the use of the ice rink to September through March and requiring that it close no later than 10 p.m. each day. President Biden addressed the nation last night, outlining some of his thoughts for why he felt it was best to end his re-election bid. He said it was time for, quote, new voices, younger voices. With that, he turned over the party reins to Vice President Kamala Harris, most likely to be the party nominee. CBS News chief White House correspondent Nancy Cortez has information on Harris's running mate search.
Some of the candidates have already spoken to members of the vetting team, and we're going to know who makes the cut within the next 2 weeks, because the goal is to complete the process and have Vice President Harris make her choice by August 7th. So this is a very compressed time frame.
And, of course, Governor Josh Shapiro is on the short list of names being considered. Cortez also tells us there are also some individuals on that list who don't currently hold elective office, but so far there's no word on whom they might be. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 355 points, the NASDAQ is up 83 points, and the S&P is up 34 points. KDKA Sports, the Bucks have a day off before starting a road series at Arizona, and longtime Pittsburgh Allderdice football coach Jerry Hazlitt has died. A Hall of Fame athlete at Clarion, Hazlitt was coach at Allderdice since 2009. He won 3 City League titles with the Dragons and also worked as a teacher and athletic director at the school in Squirrel Hill, and previously was an assistant football coach at Oliver. Jerry Hazlitt was 59. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick, installing most roofs in just one day. TrustPJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time is 12:04. It's 77 degrees and overcast in Pittsburgh. KDKA AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Hey there, Weekend Warriors. Paul Alexander here. Sick of that slice? Tired of those 3 putts? What if I told you your handicap isn't about your swing? It's about your weight. Why not take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame with Awaken 180? We're talking 10 strokes off by August, getting your tour card by September, winning your first major year 1. Think about it. Fame, fortune, and the most important, winning $5 off your buddy because you, sir, are closest to the pin. Taking strokes off your game is just 40 pounds away at Awaken180weightloss.com. Awaken 180 does not guarantee an immediate 10 strokes off your score, receiving your tour card, or the ability to control the weather. Individual results may vary. Your newfound athleticism might cause jealousy amongst your foursome, leading to accusations of steroid use. Awaken 180 is not responsible for defending your honor in the clubhouse. Awaken 180 cannot guarantee that your newfound golf prowess will lead to a sponsorship deal, but we can't not guarantee it either. Awaken 180 is not responsible for any dramatic fist pumps or unsolicited golf tips you may give to strangers. Awaken 180 does not offer refunds for any lost wagers made in your improved golf game. Bet wisely, my friend. Strokes off your game by dropping pounds off your frame. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Oh, yeah. You know what this is? This is the highlight of my entire day. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Samantha, what's up out there?
Hey, Marty. Things are actually looking pretty good. We have no new accidents to report right now. We're seeing a little backup on the parkways. Over on the Parkway West on the inbound side, you're going to see some congestion around Green Tree all the way into the Fort Pitt tunnels. And over on the Parkway East, we're seeing some backup on the inbound side as well. This is starting right around Edgewood, Swissvale. With AAA Traffic, I'm Samantha McGill on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDK.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Today will feature intervals of clouds and sun with a spotty thunderstorm, but most of the time will be rain-free, the high 81. Tonight will turn out mainly clear, low 57. Mostly sunny tomorrow, highs in the low 80s. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
SchultzFord.com.
SchultzFord.com. SchultzFord.com. SchultzFord.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, over 3 million people called Morgan & Morgan in their time of need. And with over 1 million of those calls coming from previous clients, friends, and family.
My name is Rita Fowler. I was in the car actually relaxing. I was talking to my sister, and all of a sudden, boom, the car hit us. I wound up actually having a stroke. And that's when I decided to call Morgan & Morgan. The whole operation, everything they did from day one, it was self-explanatory. It was text messages. It was emails. It was a no-brainer. When you think that hiring a lawyer is hard, you haven't called Morgan & Morgan.
Thank you for trusting us. We've become the largest injury firm in the world because we've won a lot. The word is out. Size matters. Reputation matters. We're America's largest injury law firm for a reason. With over 900 dedicated attorneys and climbing, we're ready wherever you are, whatever you need. The choice is easy. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you. Morgan & Morgan, official personal injury lawyers of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Hey, what would you rather have, a colonoscopy or talk about property tax assessments? I got Ariana Bazzi sitting here. Honestly, you hear assessments, you start to nod off, don't you?
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. You'd rather have, honestly, it's one of those boring, idiotic things. We just ignore it because it seems so convoluted, confusing, and boring, right?
Right.
However, this is the real deal, man. This is legit. And it's a SHI blank storm. And it's... There's a headline, and that's why I grabbed my man Mike Sully, who, and I mean this, and I sent him a note on this. He's the guru, but the truth of the matter is that it's this property assessment nightmare. Well, first of all, the school district in Pittsburgh, they've already sent people checks. They're sending people checks for $22 million, and this party's just getting started, and this screws everyone, and I mean it. And Mike Sully, and I'm going to grab him right now, but he sent me a text that is so spot on that I want to make sure I have it here. And it says, Gainey and Sarah in Amarato, better buckle up. Mike Sully, good afternoon. How are you?
Hey, I'm just fine, Marty. Assessments, here we go again.
It's the worst topic. It's so boring and dull, and it's such a turnoff. We all ignore it until we get a bill in the mail and get screwed, right?
Yep. Well, here's where we are.
Hold on, man, because you have 19 titles and 700 jobs. Tell us why I call you the guru. Where do you sit in terms of...
I've been doing this 30 years.
Right.
I've heard appeals. I hear appeals now. I've represented people before the appeals board. I ran the assessment office. But most of all, I've been part of the oversight for 2 court-ordered reassessments. So I've been there, brother.
And Mike, legit, property assessments and this reassessment crap is killing growth in our region, is it not, sir? Tell us why.
Yeah, I don't know why any corporation would look at the mess we have now. Even it may be boring to some, like you said,
right.
But I was involved with that lawsuit regarding the common level ratio, which no one ever heard about. Elected officials didn't realize that it was the same effect as the Titanic hitting an iceberg. We all know what happens next, Marty, okay? And it's bad, and it's about to get worse.
And so what happened was they reassessed all these buildings and turned out that all these building owners were owed all this money, right?
Yeah, but for 20 years, Marty, it was the other way. The shoe was on the other foot, where you bought a home in Allegheny County, the newcomer's tax. That's a term I came up with, where people would buy a home and their taxes could double in some cases.
Wow.
And that was the purpose of the lawsuit.
Right.
So once we ended up getting an honest common level ratio, you can't just freeze the values. We are now experiencing what Mike calls a reassessment on appeal. And we're talking about, I have a hearing next week on 500 Grant Street. The assessment is $150 million. I don't know how that's going to come out, but that's just one property.
And what was it? What was it valued at?
$150 million.
But how much does that change? I mean,
well, what I'm saying is, I haven't seen or heard the evidence yet.
I see.
But that assessment could go down.
Way down. Way down.
And what I'm saying is, if you're assessed at $1 million today,
right,
and you've been assessed at $1 million since 2012, you're entitled to almost a 50% discount if you appeal it.
Whoa.
See, people don't look at the math the way I do.
Whoa.
This is, like I said, the iceberg.
Whoa.
This is what's so you don't just look at your assessment. There are people on the margins in the Mon Valley right now paying more than they should be paying, Marty.
Right.
They don't even know it, and they're not appealing.
Oh, wow.
It's just the big guys downtown, the big shots on those high-end properties. But what about
hold on. So people understand this, because the property is going down in value, they're going to get really big checks because they were overcharged, and that comes out of tax dollars, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's you know what happens next. Hit the iceberg. It's not going to get better, right? And people, like I said, that the politicians that are looking at this better buckle up over the next year or two.
What's going to happen in Allegheny County and the city of Pittsburgh? Just make a prediction for me.
I'm not in the prediction business. I don't have a crystal ball. It's just going to get worse. That's my prediction. And here's something a lot of people don't know.
Wow.
You can file an appeal August 1st for next year, and the ratio dropped again. The shoe dropped again, 52.7%. So what I'm saying is it will continue to go down. There will continue to be appeals. The commercial sector will continue to just I've been saying this for years, Marty. One person's tax break is everyone else's tax.
Well, just using the school district as an example, they've already written checks for $22 million, and it could double at least.
Yes.
At least.
It could. Yeah. Yeah. It's not going to get better. The market's not going to change. But I think the single event was the lowering of the common level ratio, which was artificially high for a year. So
they lied to people for years. They lied to people, and in essence stole from them.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, right.
But again, it's kind of like with the
my God,
the Secret Service director. You know, she finally resigned. But if it's bad, it's bad. Nobody was held accountable. Now the people that send out the tax bills are now sending out tax refunds.
Oh, gosh.
And, I'm just looking at what was certified by the county, where the tax bills went out in the city. And since January 15th, $200 million drop just in that short period of time.
What?
$200 million.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Yeah, that's the iceberg, right?
Yeah, well, it's the water.
and
the iceberg was the first event. The water comes next. And then the sinking ship follows that. So,
and sinking ship, you mean budgets for the county and the city could be screwed?
Yes.
Big time.
Yeah. And again, like I said, I'm not in the prediction business. I'm in the assessment business. If your assessment's lowered 50%, you're going to get a refund, a huge refund. And this happened in the 1990s. I remember meeting with Mayor Murphy about the reassessment then. We had a low ratio then. And that contributed to all the financial problems in the city in the 90s. Those who
could it lead to bankruptcy for the city? Could it lead to bankruptcy, Mike, for the city or the county?
See, I'm not going to predict that, Marty.
Act 47, brother. Act 47, brother.
Well, like I said, the Titanic. What happens next?
My God. And, hey, tell our listeners that $200 million number again, please.
$200 million in the city of Pittsburgh have been reduced in a taxable assessed value since the tax bills were sent out in January.
That's unbelievable.
But again, before that, we had all those skyscrapers downtown before January 15th. So we're just not talking about – I'm just taking a snapshot, Marty. But I'm saying before that, there was over $100 million in reduction a week before that.
Wow. This is bad, brother.
So it's not going north at all.
Wow.
And the trend will continue as that common level ratio goes down. And, over the next few months, the appeals board will be sending out the results of more commercial buildings, many of them in the city,
plummeting
many of them
in value
throughout the county, reducing the value. I can see that.
And they'll get checks in the mail because of it.
Yes.
Mike Sully, you're the best. You're like friggin' you're like Darth Vader, man.
I know there are some people that don't look, aren't very kind to me because of that lawsuit.
Marty,
We now have an honest common level ratio in the county, and that's what's causing the problem.
No wonder they don't like you, man. Thanks, Mike.
I know.
I love you.
You like me, right?
You're the king.
Okay, thanks.
Pittsburgh and Allegheny County, you're about to get screwed. Bite the tax assessments. Wow. Wow. Man, that's a disaster. From the PJ Fitzpatrick, that's a big story. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser, Samantha's a big story. What's going on out there?
Hey, Marty. Things actually aren't looking too bad out there still. Over on the Parkway West on the inbound side, we're going to see some backup as you head into the Fort Pitt tunnels. Over on the Parkway East, also on the inbound side, seeing some backup starting around Edgewood, Swissvale, and we're seeing some congestion build on the lower deck of the Fort Duquesne Bridge. With AAA Traffic, I'm Samantha McGill on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
This portion of the show is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Visit them at awaken180weightloss.com.
Sorry, but we actually have a wait list for our Monstera.
Shaw's greenhouse is really bringing in the green.
We can't keep snake plants in stock.
She needs a construction manager to build on her roots and grow.
We could add a whole section for ferns, but here we'd have dahlias, dahlias, and more dahlias.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Jumpin' July savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. Save with your Coons Reward Card. Chambersburg, PA peaches are 99 cents per pound. Selected varieties of Stone Ridge Creamery ice cream, 48-ounce container, 2 for $5. And bone-in country-style spare ribs are $1.49 per pound. Additional savings in our meat department: Great on the Grill fresh chicken leg quarters are $1.29 per pound, and USDA Choice certified Hereford beef chuck shoulder steaks or roast are $5.99 per pound. In our produce, locally grown sweet corn $5 a dozen, and sweet Northwest cherries are $2.49 per pound. In our deli, made with all white meat, Coons chicken salad $7.99 per pound. In our bakery, fresh baked large Kaiser rolls are 8-count pack, $3.50 each. In our seafood, farm raised fresh salmon steaks $10.99 per pound. And this week, selected varieties of essential everyday kettle or potato chips, 8 to 9 ounce bags, $1.88 each.
So get in on the Jumpin' July savings at all 8 locally owned and independently operated Coons Market. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Building owners, my friends at NASCO Roofing, they're experts in replacing flat roofs for commercial, industrial, and residential buildings. With many flat roof material choices, you want NASCO's experienced pros on your roof. Benefit from their experience and their lifetime warranty on materials and labor. Call NASCO Roofing today for a free flat roof estimate. 412-373-2000, 412-373-2000. NASCO Roofing, spelled NASCO. The region's flat roof expert.
Tune in to 1020 KDKA Radio for Medical Frontiers with Dr. Gerald Pfeiffer from the Allegheny Health Network every Monday from 7 to 8 p.m. Dr. Pfeiffer and his special guests will cover the information that you want to know about your health and the latest trends in medicine.
15 packs of Pepsi products, 2 for $14. Save $1 on 2 gallons of milk, just for Par Mar Rewards card holders. Dan's angrily inviting you to download the Par Mar Rewards app today. And remember, if there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Amazing.
CBS Eye on Veterans, presented by University of Maryland Global Campus.
Army Intel veteran Paul Holt shared how he found incredible post-military success after opening a home inspection franchise with Pillar to Post. And he shares how a free inspection promotion made him one of the top inspectors in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
I am so confident that this process is far superior to anything you've ever experienced that you will definitely continue to call me. You know, I'm not just a home inspector. My goal is to become a business partner to you in the real estate industry. pillar to post as a business partner. And I will tell you, Phil, I mean, I'd say at least 85% of those people are still with me today, 6 years later.
Jon Stewart here. Unbelievably exciting news. My new podcast, The Weekly Show. We're going to be talking about the election, economics, ingredient to bread ratio on sandwiches. Listen to The Weekly Show with Jon Stewart wherever you get your podcasts.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I'll be interested to see how many people watched Biden last night as he said, in essence, goodbye. Probably the best decision he's made in a long time. Couldn't have been easy. It's hard for any of us in positions of authority, especially president, to walk away. We all judge. Everybody watched. I would think a lot of people watched. I thought it would take a lot of courage to do what he did. I do. It was about time. Probably should have done it a year ago, maybe 2, as we were hearing. But it is what it is. I want to play, because most of you might not have heard him last night. I want you to hear this Ed O'Keefe piece from CBS. Pretty good stuff. Listen, last night.
I revere this office, but I love my country more.
Speaking from the Oval Office, President Biden explained his decision to end his campaign and support Vice President Harris instead.
You know, there is a time and a place for long years of experience in public life. There's also a time and a place for new voices, fresh voices, yes, younger voices. And that time and place is now.
The president praised Harris as she watched from the campaign trail in Houston.
She's experienced, she's tough, she's capable.
While he never explicitly mentioned former President Donald Trump, Biden did say this.
We have to decide, do we still believe in honesty, decency, respect, freedom, justice, and democracy?
Now, he said he plans to focus on what he can accomplish in his last 6 months in office.
They'll continue to lower costs for hardworking families, grow our economy. I'll keep defending our personal freedoms and our civil rights, from the right to vote to the right to choose.
He also cited hopes to focus on gun control, address climate change, fight cancer, and said he'll soon share ideas on how to overhaul the Supreme Court. Wednesday's address capped weeks of strife that began in early June when key meetings in Europe coincided with his son Hunter's federal gun possession trial.
With the COVID,
And the disastrous debate performance that followed in late June uncorked fresh concerns about his age and ability to win.
Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Bitter about being backed into a corner by fellow Democrats, he stunned the world on Sunday, signaling he'd realized, on his own time, that it's time to go.
I believe my record as president, my leadership in the world, my vision for America's future, all merited a second term. But nothing can come in the way of saving our democracy. That includes personal ambition.
There you go. What'd you think? 866-391-1020. 866-391-1020. I don't know. He struggled. He did. Everything he does makes me uncomfortable. It's actually sad and American tragedy. And in terms of politics, people come and go, and he made a mark. He gave it 50 years. He gave it his best. He probably should have done this 2 years ago, but I wouldn't have. Thing is, ma'am, and actually I've kind of lived this because I have struggled with side effects of cancer. My voice blows out. I get fatigued. Horrible problems with saliva. Some days I can't talk. Some days I have serious pain. I'm not comparing myself to the president. But I'm saying as I get further and further into my 60s, things happen. My balance, I've fallen. I mean, stuff happens in your life as you get older, and things happen to you that change your effectiveness. Honestly, it's made me a better man. It's made me care more. It's made me work harder. It's made us create more difference. Push to change things, because I know the window's closing for all of us. Made me sad watching him last night. He actually struggled, I thought. I don't think he does anything well anymore in terms of communicating. One of my friends is going through this with her husband. And it's amazing how life comes full circle. And she's torn apart by it. And she sent me a video saying, Marty, every day it gets worse and worse and worse. And she said, he's dragging his leg. He stumbles when he walks. His speech has changed. He had to quit his job. And so now she had been taken care of by this powerful man, this successful man, this wealthy man her whole life, and now she's taking care of him, making his meals, driving him around, helping him in and out of a chair. And before he started to really, really disintegrate, physically, emotionally, mentally, you know what he said to her? I'm going to miss you. Because he knows he won't remember her soon. And it's rough, and it's tragic. And so watching that last night, I don't take sides politically. I see him as a man who is hurting and trying to adapt to an insane change in his life. I don't know where we go from here, but I know America is great. And I love this country. And I love what it represents. And we'll be fine. And he's surrounded by people who love him. And he'll be fine. Should he have done it sooner? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Would I have hung on? Hell yeah. As long as I could.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A secret hoard of 1904 $20 Gold Liberty coins have been found. These gorgeous 1904p gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck, and less than 500 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this secret U.S. gold coin discovery a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you can own a piece of the hoard. When you call, you are guaranteed a 1904 Gold Liberty struck at the iconic Philadelphia Mint. With limited availability, you must call now. These 1904 dated gold coins are still in uncirculated condition with brilliant luster. That is 120 years of history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-973-3077. Call now and you'll receive a free bonus, a $75 value free with every order. Call 1-800-973-3077 now to secure your 1904p $20 Gold Liberty coins before they sell out. That's 1-800-973-3077.
Voss TV and Appliance. I know how good they are. They've been in my house. We have several other appliances. They've been to Larry's house. He loves them. Look, if you're looking for a new appliance, a new television, why pick Voss? It's the only place you'll ever need. They're small enough to treat you like family and big enough to offer an array of quality TVs and appliance. Voss TV and Appliance. Big brands. Reliable delivery and service. And the lowest prices in town. Guaranteed. Trust Voss. 412-650-VOSS. 412-650-VOSS.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
.77 degrees and overcast in Pittsburgh at 12:30. I'm Pat Septak. Some police activity was reported in Homestead earlier this morning. KDKA Radio received a statement from the FBI Pittsburgh office, which said that investigators from their local office and their partners were conducting court-authorized law enforcement activity in the area this morning. However, they would not confirm anything specific, only to say that there is no threat to the public at this time. The U.S. House voted Wednesday to create a task force to investigate the attempted assassination of Donald Trump in Butler County. Congressman Mike Kelly.
When the American people lose faith and trust and confidence in their government, then the question is going to be, well, who's going to fix it? And the answer is we are.
The task force will have 13 members made up of Republicans and Democrats. The panel will have subpoena power to call local, state, and federal officials to testify, and will also question private citizens and entities connected to the July 13th rally. Kennywood's Racer roller coaster was closed after a picture went viral showing concrete blocks holding up the coaster support beams. And today, the Racer is reopening, as KDKA Radio's Tamara Rush reports.
The Racer is ready to reopen after a viral photo led Kennywood Park to shut the coaster down for one day amid safety concerns from the public. People were worried about the safety of the ride after a photo went viral showing part of the coaster seemingly propped up on concrete blocks. Kennywood released a statement to KDKA Radio this morning stating, quote, a non-structural enhancement under the station was made yesterday and the ride will reopen today, end quote. The Department of Agriculture said it heard the concerns and sent an inspector to the park earlier this week, saying they found the support in question not a primary structural support, but a backup support. Kennywood confirmed Wednesday that work was being done, adding all rides in the amusement park are inspected daily. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 485 points, the Nasdaq is up 133 points, and the S&P is up 47 points. KDKA Radio News Time is 12:32. Our next update at 1 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Hey guys, Marty. Had 2 great meals with my wife in the last month. Both of them at Oakmont. Both of them at restaurants owned by my good friend J.K., the man. Okay, the Lot. I'm not exaggerating. The best brunch I've ever had at the Lot. I'm serious. The best dinner I've had in a year. Hofstadt's. They're in the same town. They're on the same strip. They're owned by the same man. The Lot and Hofstadt's. J.K. delivers. Great stuff.
Here's AirPro's Rocco Florio. If last summer took a toll on your old, inefficient central air conditioning system and you've got prices from some of the big box stores or your current heating and cooling company and have been shocked with high prices and limited warranties, it's time to call AirPro Heating and Cooling and see why our customers save 20 to 30% over the competition.
AirPro and Bryant are offering their summer special and also 60 months interest-free financing or low 3.9% interest subject to credit approval. Call AirPro Heating and Cooling. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for up to half the cost. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up! And call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 1, 5, and 10 gig data plans with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon January 2024.
Philo's got a world of entertainment for you to explore with just one subscription. Sign up today and start watching all the networks you love, like A&E, MTV, Discovery, VH1, TLC, Lifetime, Hallmark Channel, and so much more. Featuring current seasons of all the best drama, true crime, reality, and family-friendly shows you can't afford to miss. And with up to 3 streams at once, you'll never have to fight about what to watch. Get started today and unlock our library of over 75,000 movies and shows and save all your favorites with the unlimited DVR, so you can rewatch them anytime, anywhere for up to a year. Philo now includes access to AMC Plus. You can discover your next obsession from its collection of hit originals like Mad Men, The Walking Dead, Killing Eve, Orphan Black, and tons of blockbuster movies. There are no contracts, no commitments, and no hassles. For just $28 a month, Philo's a better way to watch TV. So what are you waiting for? Visit philo.tv and sign up today to start your 7-day free trial. That's philo.tv.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Samantha, what's up out there, my friend?
Hey, Marty, I'm looking at the Cordell and Cordell traffic cams, and we have no new accidents to report right now, which is good. But over on the Parkway West, we are seeing some backup over on the inbound side. This is starting around Green Tree all the way into the Fort Pitt tunnels. Over on the Parkway East, we're seeing some backup on the inbound side as well. This is starting right around Edgewood, Swissville. We're also seeing some congestion still on the Fort Duquesne Bridge. With AAA Traffic, I'm Samantha McGill on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDK.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Intervals of clouds and sun the rest of today. Nothing more than a stray thunderstorm. Most of the time will be rain-free. The high 81. Tonight will turn out mainly clear, though 57. More sunshine tomorrow, highs in the low 80s. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
President, he spoke last night. Man, we talk about that and so much more on this Thursday right here. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6, KDK.
We're blessed to come to be able to make a difference in people's lives. Ariana's sitting here, and I know she remembers this. and I know you remember this distinctly because it was so hard for us to go through, and heck, we don't even live it. Ariana, you remember that really sweet lady with the 3 kids, Jennifer, with the hand?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Her hand is worse. So some sort of problem she had at a doctor's office with circulation.
Mm-hmm.
No exaggeration, her hand turned black.
Right.
And then they told her, we can't amputate because if we do, I'm not trying to be gross here, this is just the truth. We'll have to take it off at your wrist, and we won't have anything to attach a prosthetic device to, right?
Right. They were trying to save one finger, I think.
Right on. Great memory. So her mom calls me in hysterics about a week ago. Sends me a video of her hand. Her fingers are literally hanging on by like threads.
Jeez.
It's the most difficult thing. I had and look, this isn't about me or you. It's about the pain of living through this. This unbelievable woman, single mother, 3 kids. We were at her house because, first of all, we filled the house with furniture thanks to Robert Levin. And then I think we gave her $5,000 just to help her get by because she can't work. And you remember, everything she touches hurts. It's like flames. It's that much pain.
Right.
I don't think you were here when she got denied disability.
No way.
Seriously.
Oh, that's sick. That is so awful.
That is so sick.
That's awful.
That is so hateful.
That's terrible.
So one of my boys, I love this guy because of his notes and just what he's going through. I got to introduce him because his story is going to make you just as angry. My man, Jeff, how are you?
Good afternoon, sir.
How you feeling?
Anxious, scared, and a lot of fear.
And tell our listeners why, because I think that's significant.
It all started back in end of January, and I was diagnosed diabetic. I went in for a routine blood work for surgery on my back. And that night, I got a call from my doctor, and she said, Jeff, get to the emergency room right now because your blood sugar is 700. And I had no idea. I'm not diabetic. I didn't even know that.
Me neither, by the way.
I was about to go into shock, right?
Right. I don't know.
So, anyway, I go to St. Clair Hospital, which is phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah, they're great.
And you know, they diagnosed me as diabetic. They gave me insulin, and they sent me home. Well, roughly a week later, I started turning yellow at the dinner table. My oldest daughter saw me. And we immediately went to of course, you know, being a tough guy, I'm like, I'm not going to go to the hospital. It'll pass.
Yeah.
Well, looking on my wife's face and that look, I just had to go. Well, that's when I found out that I had stage 3 pancreatic cancer.
Jesus Christ.
Excuse me.
No, man.
And it was devastating.
Well, hell yeah.
Right. And you know, back in 18, I had throat cancer like you did.
Jesus Christ. I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't say that about that in my notes. I mean, like, actually, it's since when I got diagnosed with this pancreatic cancer, I thought, oh, man, I'm just a bag of cancer. I had skin cancer. They chopped it off my face.
Jesus.
32 treatments at St. Clair. Them guys saved my life. UPMC, in partnership, I did 32 radiation treatments, and, you know, I'm in remission there. This is all about God, Marty, because it was all because of a simple operation that I found out that I had cancer on my throat.
And by the way,
Yes,
this
sir.
guy's unbelievable. And he's about to go through this friggin' Whipple surgery, which is one of the most difficult surgeries on earth to extend your life. It's radical. It's a way to extend your life 3 to 5 years, quite frankly, when you have pancreatic. And my sister is so sick with pancreatic she can't qualify. And why I wanted him to tell this story, along with the fact that he's just a badass and I love him, is that, so you heard us talking about this wonderful woman in her hand, right? Jennifer, right?
Yes, sir.
And how she was rejected for Social Security disability. Now I have 2 of the best lawyers in the country. They're going to sue the crap out of them and fight for her to get Social Security disability. But she shouldn't have to go through that, should she, sir?
No, sir, she shouldn't have.
All right. But tell us what happened to you, brother. Tell us.
Yeah. So, I worked at an elderly high-rise in the Hill District, subsidized. And I always had UPMC caseworkers coming in there to talk to the folks. Well, one day I just paid attention. And sure enough, something clicked in. God clicked my brain because I had to quit work. I couldn't work anymore. I had no income. I was literally in I was done, And so I ended up hooking up with Social Security. And excuse me, I have like a brain fog from the chemo because I'm still coming out of this.
Been there, brother.
Stuff.
Been there.
Isn't it wicked?
It's weird.
It's crazy. It's like I can remember stuff that happened 40 years ago, but I can't remember 25 seconds ago. Sometimes.
No, it's legit, man. This brain fog.
It sure is legit. So is the feet tingling, the hands reaching into get a bottle of water.
Oh, yeah.
Also, just like your throat. Like right now, my voice is okay, but in 15, 20 seconds, it could just pop out because...
Yeah, they're sitting there watching me every day. I got all these lozenges and inhaler. But so my man's going through hell. And by the way, you got to think of him because he's having this Whipple surgery. Is it the 29th?
Yes, sir. It's Monday morning. I go into Presby Hospital.
And drum roll, please. This guy's living through this hell, and he's fighting like a damn warrior. And you were denied Social Security disability, were you not?
No, I was disgusted that this woman, I mean, here I am. My fingers aren't falling off my hands. And truthfully, if it wasn't for the sugar, I would probably be working through this.
Yeah.
Because I worked straight through my 32 treatments.
Whoa.
I never missed a beat, Whoa. Well, I mean, I'm a strong Irishman. I'm a strong human being. And I got a good will.
But don't you think that we got to treat people better, though, man?
Yes, sir. I mean, this poor woman had 3 children.
Right.
And they denied her Social Security.
Disability, SSD.
And, well, see, and then this is when I found out from social workers through UPMC, and they hooked me up. I called Social Security, and this is my story. This is what happened to me.
Yeah.
I had no income, and basically I signed up for Social Security. I had to take early retirement, but at the same time, because of my pancreatic cancer, I signed up for Social Security disability also.
And it takes at least 6 months.
Correct, it does.
Come on.
It does. They told me it takes 6 months, and then it's approved. The only thing that will... The only disease, and I found this shocking, is lupus.
Come on, man. But Jeff, hold on, man. Don't we have to do better? Like, why the hell when they just say, Jeff, your check will be at the house tomorrow? Why do they tell this woman, screw you? How the hell do we get to this point in America, is my question.
You know what? I don't know. There's got to be a change. There's got to be a difference. And listen... I'm not a racist, but the way our borders are open, and you hear all this. And now I don't know if this is true, but they're saying that they're flooding our Social Security.
Nah, that's not true. You're getting off track. I care about you. To hell with that political crap. Here's what I want you to promise me, because I'm so glad we met. By the way, I just sent you my cell phone. You got to have someone in your family text me so that I know how you made through this surgery, okay, on Monday.
Sure. Well, did you get that no, you didn't. I was trying to send you like the text my youngest daughter puts together.
Well, have her send it to me. I just sent you my text. All right, man?
Yeah, and that explains a lot. But she sends an update because, God bless doctors, I mean.
Oh, they're amazing. I love your courage, man. I love the way you talk. I love your attitude. I feel like we're brothers in this, man. I'm in there with you, whatever you need. But I wanted people to know that even this guy, fighting the good fight, you got to hang on there for 6 months before you get any money from us. It makes me sick.
Yeah.
Hey, man, make sure someone texts me on Monday, all right?
Hey, real quick shout out.
Yeah, please.
I just wanted to say that, thank you to the people of Brentwood up there in the South Hills.
Oh.
That's where I'm from originally. And they have this thing called Drop the Puck.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
for cancer.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that.
I was a recipient this year.
They raise all this money once a year. Yep.
Yeah, people need to know this. I mean,
It's a big deck hockey thing. Yep.
it's so unselfish. It's such a beautiful thing, and I didn't even think
It's unbelievable. They raise over $1 million every year. They're insanely amazing people.
Yeah, they are fantastic. And you know what, Marty, and this is, once again, I keep saying, this is all about God.
Good for you.
I didn't have a dime coming in, and those people sent me $10,000 check cash.
God bless you. My man, Jeff, my Irish brother. Thanks, my man.
Yes, sir. You got it,
Hey,
buddy.
my man, make sure someone, I sent you my cell. Make sure someone texts me on Monday.
All right, love you, man.
Oh, man,
Take
love
care.
you too. Seriously. Pancreatic cancer. No, we can't give you SSD right now. We got to wait 6 months at least and see how it goes from there. Really? Is this as good as it gets, America? Young lady's hand is literally falling off. It's so grotesquely black and disgusting, and they denied her. This is where we're at? This is as good as it gets? Okay. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Samantha, what's up out there?
Hey, Marty. Still not much happening out there. Over on our parkways, we're seeing some backup on the Parkway West. This is over on the inbound side, starting around Green Tree as you make your way into the Fort Pitt tunnels. Over on the Parkway East, we're seeing some backup as well on the inbound side, starting around Edgewood, Swissville. And we're still seeing this congestion on the lower deck of the Fort Duquesne Bridge. With AAA Traffic, I'm Samantha McGill on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDK.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Look, with Medicare, this is important stuff, and there's never one size fits all. That's the beauty of MediConnect. That's why I love the company. The folks at MediConnect, they'll sit down with you in your home or in the office, anywhere you wish, to answer Medicare questions and compare plans with your current situation. There is never, ever a fee for their services. And they got 70 different plans. Medicare made simple. MediConnect, 888-818-6334.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Company.
Look, there have been so many tornadoes. We've seen more tornadoes than in decades. Here's the deal. With branches down, trees down, when you need emergency service, when you need somebody that's going to take care of business with your trees, with your branches, with the damage, you got to call Greater Pitt Tree Service, the best in the game. They're there with the professionals, with the equipment, with the training. Amazing service. Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE.
Don't let a cold, sinus infection, or allergies ruin your day. Breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier with Navage. Visit Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or a store near you.
Pittsburgh, tired of using your summer's painting year after year? Then do what Deanna did. She called Rhino Shield.
I was noticing some cracks and the paint's faded. I was like, okay, I think I should get my house painted. So my neighbor had a Rhino Shield placard in the yard. And after they were finished, I was just, wow. With the warranty and everything, it just seemed silly not to go that route.
The ceramic coating of Rhino Shield is specifically formulated for our climate.
So the Rhino Shield crew came out. Nothing was damaged in the process. I was very happy. You couldn't even tell they were there. And the house looked so different. It just looked like a new home.
And right now, you can get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 10% off the regular price. Plus, there's more great news. Rhino Shield has partnered with Green Sky Financing to offer affordable monthly payments with 0% interest loans to qualified customers.
I think it increases the curb appeal of your home. Definitely worth it.
Here's Rhino Shield Shane Smith.
Call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint. Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Summer is here, and so is Bowser Subaru's incredible summer savings event. Hit the road with style and confidence in a new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek from Bowser Subaru. Whether you're cruising the city streets or going off the grid this summer, the Crosstrek is your perfect adventure companion. And right now, you can get 3.9% APR on a new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Limited, Sport, or Wilderness Edition. Don't wait. Visit Bowser Subaru today and take advantage advantage of these limited time offers. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff are ready to help you find the perfect cross-trek for your summer adventures. Dealer dock fee of $464 applies with credit approval and financing through SMFL. See Bowser Subaru for complete details. Offer ends July 31st. BowserSubaru.com. Bowser Subaru, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
You know what I love? Punchki, baby. It's Punchki season. Oakmont Bakery. How you doing? Ball of fried dough, glazed, overstuffed, rich cream, whole fruit filling. Delicious. Vanilla, peanut butter, custard, cookies and cream, coconut cream, maple bacon, blueberry, peach, you name it, it's delicious. Starts July 26, Oakmont Bakery. Bringing it. Love it.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. The U.S. economy grew at a stronger rate than forecast in the spring second quarter, a clip of 2.8%. That's double the rate we saw in the winter's first quarter. That rise in GDP driven by a surprise gain in personal and business spending, despite stubbornly high inflation and higher borrowing costs. That surprise jump in U.S. economic growth, along with a slight drop in first-time jobless claims last week, are helping Wall Street make back at least some of Wednesday's big losses. Right now, the Dow's up 500 points, 1.25% higher. The Nasdaq and the S&P each up nearly 1% each. Southwest Airlines announcing it's doing away with its signature move, no assigning seats. An overwhelming majority of its customers prefer an assigned seat, eliminating that free-for-all that happens at boarding. And former First Lady Melania Trump is putting out a memoir this fall called simply Melania, detailing what she calls her extraordinary life. No details yet of how much you'll get for writing that book. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Look, man, I see the system work a lot, but I read something. I think Patrick might have sent it to me. It was like 2 years ago. My son said, "Hey, Dad, have you seen this Mr. Beast guy? Mr. Beast, B-E-A-S-T. I challenge you to search it, Google search it. He's a young man. Is he in his 30s still, Patrick? Probably, right?
Yeah, early 30s now.
Started doing stupid stuff like reading from a dictionary kind of and doing stupid stuff. Now he's this icon. One of the most successful influencers on earth. I don't know, has a following on YouTube. It's several hundred million people, but that's irrelevant. Other than he uses that platform, excuse me, to help people. For instance, he flew to Africa recently and drilled wells, 20 wells, cost tens of millions of dollars, in communities that never had fresh water, ever. He gave 1,000 people cochlear implants so they could hear. He did LASIK surgery, doctors, of course, for like 3,000 seniors. I'm not exaggerating. My man's giving away islands and jets. He's giving away millions of dollars, all to make a difference. Crazy stuff. And my son says this to me, "Hey, Dad, you can make a difference like that." And I think we can. And that's why we're doing a lot more, and we plan on doing even more. And my point is that the point that Patrick was making in the article was making, like Mr. B said, well, I have to do it because no one else will do it. We're driving to a house today, and it would make you cry. This poor woman, living alone, has no income. There's a massive hole in her friggin' roof. And these unbelievable squirrels, you hear them running around in the damn house. And they chew their way through the damn ceiling, and this poor woman's trying to sleep in her house. And no one will help her. No one will get rid of the damn squirrels. No one will fix the damn roof. That's one of 1,000. Now, we will have both done in the next couple of weeks, thanks to the greatness of the people in this town and surrounding towns. What's my point? That Mr. B said in was it New York Times, I think. I know government should do more, but they don't. You just heard, my man. You just heard him. Guy had pancreatic cancer, and he's on with the Social Security disability people, and they said, yeah, you can't get your first check for at least 6 months. Screw you, man. Who the hell started that? Who made that plan? So if he can't do it, then we'll do it. And for Jennifer, Look, she has no money, man. She can't work. She's in severe pain and has 3 damn kids. They say, screw you. She cannot work. So we gave her $5,000 and filled her house with furniture. That's a pimple of the elephant's behind, quite frankly. So we got 2 of the best lawyers in America that are going to sue the crap out of everyone so that she gets paid, so that she gets Social Security disability. What's my point? If we don't do it, if you don't do it, if we all don't do it, it don't get done. And at the end of the day, we have been blessed with a platform and insane people that buy into this stuff. Quite frankly, Ariana's father, Richard, Ariana, Patrick, myself, all those folks that give a damn. And if we don't, who does? And if we don't fight the fight for this wonderful young woman, Jennifer, whose hand is physically falling off. It's one of the most horrible... Ariana, you saw that. What was that like for you to see? Seriously, as a young woman.
It's terrible.
Horrible.
Horrible. And it makes me feel so bad for her even talking about it because it's awful to look at, and I can't imagine what she feels.
How the hell does this happen?
No, it's awful.
And she can't get disability.
No, that's terrible.
You want to punch someone.
That's sickening.
Or choke someone. But instead, we're going to help her and make a difference. And my point is this, is that if we don't do it, who does? I don't know. I just don't know.
What do you do when it's your turn to host family dinner and you need only the best to serve your loved ones? Go to Salem's Market in the Hill District for the best halal meats, fresh produce, and your everyday essentials. Don't want to cook? Salem's Market and Grill in the Strip District has you covered. Order from their catering menu and enjoy. Celebrate a stress-free summer at Salem's Market, your passport to global cuisine.
Today, we're constantly taking photos and videos to remember our favorite moments. But what about those captured before the smartphone? What about the memories tucked away on aging VHS tapes, film reels, or in fading photos?
These cherished memories are fading away with time, vulnerable to temperature and mold. But fear not, there's a solution to safeguard your legacy. Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Nick. Together, we founded Legacy Box over a decade ago with one mission: to bring your memories into the 21st century.
It's time to bid farewell to old tapes you can't watch and faded photos. Legacy Box transforms them into digital treasures, ready to share with a click.
Just like magic, your shoebox of memories is now safely stored in the cloud or on a thumb drive.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box, so you can rest assured your priceless moments are in good hands.
Don't let your childhood fade away on old tapes. It's time to digitize those priceless moments.
Fast forward into the digital age. Visit legacybox.com/value and unlock 50% off your order. That's legacybox.com/value.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com. KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh, W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It's 79 degrees and mostly cloudy at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak. A Westmoreland County woman has been sentenced for her role in a fatal DUI crash. The county's district attorney's office says 44-year-old Anna Malik was sentenced to 6 to 15 years in prison in connection with the crash that killed 57-year-old Don Coyne in 2022. The DA's office says Malik attempted to pass several vehicles on Arona Road before crashing into oncoming traffic, hitting and killing Coyne. Officials say toxicology reports found that Malik had drugs in her system at the time of the crash, including crystal methamphetamine and marijuana. A former Uvalde, Texas school police officer appeared in court today answering to charges his inaction was criminal when a gunman stormed the elementary school there in 2022, killing 19 students and 2 teachers. Adrian Gonzalez was one of scores of officers who got to the scene but moved slowly, according to prosecutors, costing lives. CBS News Texas reporter Andrea Lucia is at the courthouse.
Gonzalez has been accused of placing children in danger by not confronting a school shooter. We also heard from, his defense attorney today saying this is not a charge that has been brought here in Texas before. They are very curious to see what the evidence will be in the case. Part of the reason they decided to come to this hearing and not waive their right to an arraignment was to meet in person with prosecutors.
Gonzalez and fired school police chief Pete Arredondo were indicted by a grand jury in June. Pittsburgh filmed series American Rust has been canceled by Amazon Studios. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
Amazon's Prime Video will not renew the filmed in Pittsburgh drama series American Rust for a third season. Don Keyser, director of the Pittsburgh Film Office, tells KDKA Radio the show would have had a great financial impact on southwestern Pennsylvania.
Over 1,450 jobs relied on American Rust for their employment, and countless businesses and vendors that work directly with the film industry went and other shows in town. We're disappointed, as is the people who made this show, and we're going to hopefully find another show to take its place.
Keyser says it seems likely that Paramount's Mayor of Kingston will be renewed for a fourth season. So Pittsburghers, make sure you check it out. Tamara Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Improving Internet access was the theme for the mayor's public address on Wednesday. News Radio KDKA's Rob Taylor has details on that.
In the Hill District on Wednesday, Pittsburgh Mayor Ed Gainey announced that Allegheny County would have access to a $1.25 billion digital equity grant program to improve Internet access for residents. The grants are open to nonprofits, educational organizations that are not schools, and organizations that host workforce development programs. The grant program is part of President Joe Biden's Internet for All initiative. More than 4,000 households currently do not have internet access in the county, and over 77,000 have slow broadband speeds. That's according to data supplied by the Mayor's Digital Equity Coalition. Gainey wants to close the digital divide in the next 6 years. Rob Taylor, News Radio, KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 526 points, the NASDAQ is up 175 points, and the S&P 500 is up 56 points. KDKA Sports, the Pirates have the day off. Next on the Bucs schedule, the Diamondbacks at Arizona Friday night. And longtime Pittsburgh Alderdays football coach Jerry Hazlitt has died. A Hall of Fame athlete at Clarion, Hazlitt was coach at Alderdice since 2009. He won 3 City League titles with the Dragons and also worked as a teacher and athletic director at the school in Squirrel Hill, and previously was an assistant football coach at Oliver. Jerry Hazlitt was 59. KDKA News brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick, your roofer with thousands of 5-star reviews. TrustPJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time is 1:04. It's mostly cloudy and 79 degrees in Pittsburgh. KDKA AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast is next.
The forecast for hot summer weather should come as no surprise, and the forecast for high energy costs shouldn't either. PJ Fitzpatrick has a great plan to cool your electric bill. Replace your leaky old windows with energy-efficient and budget-friendly insulated windows. The PJ Fitzpatrick team has replaced hundreds of thousands of windows, and they've earned thousands of 5-star reviews. Call today and save thousands on your windows and your electric bill. Visit TrustPJ.com today for a free window consultation.
Summer savings are heating up at Spitzer Toyota of Monroeville. Whether you're looking for a car, SUV, or a truck, Spitzer has it. Panda's been busy tracking down the most competitive pricing to make sure you always get the lowest price possible. The Panda price. Plus, with every new vehicle purchase, you'll get a lifetime powertrain warranty at no additional cost. Don't miss out on new Tacoma savings today.
Whack more. Spend less at Spitzer Toyota Monroeville.
Our world revolves around you.
Excludes select new EV and commercial vehicles. Visit Spitzer.com for details.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Samantha, what's going on?
Hey, Marty, we have a multi-vehicle accident to report. This is on the southbound side of I-79 right near exit 55, which is Heidelberg, and there is a shoulder closed, so look out for some delays over there. Onto our major roadways. The Parkway West on the inbound side, we're seeing some backup around Green Tree as you make your way into the Fort Pitt tunnels, and the outbound side of the Parkway West is backed up until around the county jail. Over on the Parkway East on the inbound side, we're seeing some backup starting around Edgewood, Swissvale. With AAA traffic, I'm Samantha McGill on 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDK.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Times of sun and clouds the rest of today. We can't rule out a stray thunderstorm. The high 81. Tonight will turn out mainly clear, though 57. Tomorrow mostly sunny and pleasant with low humidity, highs in the low 80s. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
It's Marty. We've talked about cancer. We've talked about how it throws off your balance. I'm at Physical in Monroeville. Physical, folks. Dr. Jess Nolan is amazing at the office in Monroeville. They put you in a harness. They teach you how to walk again. I feel stronger. I feel as if I'm getting my balance back. Physical in Monroeville. 412-457-8200. 412-457-8200.
Imagine being able to change a child's story. I'm a volunteer at CASA of Westmoreland who is working to make that dream a reality. As a volunteer court-appointed special advocate, I advocate for abused and neglected children, ensuring their voices are heard in court. You can be that voice. Join CASA and make a lasting impact in a child's life. Visit casaofwestmoreland.org to volunteer or donate today. That's casaofwestmoreland.org. Be the change a child needs.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
We're going to talk about a dog. It's actually kind of a bittersweet story. But I wanted to mention Josh Shapiro first. I understand he's being vetted. That could mean 100 things. I mean, he's being vetted by, I guess, Kamala Harris's people. It can mean anything. Political views, background, family background, how you feel about issues. Not criminal background check. Who knows? I'm sure they check everything, or I think they do. But Shapiro, I'm told, is on the short list, our governor, to be a vice presidential candidate. I was told a couple things that are actually fascinating to me. Look, I'm an idiot, and I've never been in politics. And I just don't think that's appealing for him. And I'm speaking for me, not him. Okay? I think he's a magnificent person. I think he is. His poll numbers are insane, like 77% approval in Pennsylvania. Just for comparison, Biden is in the low 40s and Trump's about the same, so you understand. He's the highest of anyone in the state in terms of approval ratings, Josh Shapiro, the governor. And in my world, I'm like, why would you want to run for vice president? And if she loses, then you're done. And because I'm an idiot and don't know how these rules go and how this is played, I was told that if he says no now, they'll blow him off down the road. I didn't know how this works. Take one for the team now, or you're not on the team later. It's kind of how it was conveyed to me. Okay. So in essence, if they come to him and say, hey, you're the guy, he has to say, okay, I'm in. And if he says I'm not in, then bye-bye. See ya, wouldn't want to be it ever. If he doesn't do it and she loses, then they can blame him. I'm just telling you, man, this is a big playing field, and they play by big boy rules. And if she loses Pennsylvania and he doesn't run with her, then they blame him. Okay, then he's really jacked. I was told his big play was run it out, be the governor for 2 more years, right? Then run again, win again, so you're governor for 8 years, and then run for president in 28. Okay? They said, yo, brother, you're in now. If he gets picked, I'm told he's on a really short list. And what happens with social media today, and it's dangerous, actually, and volatile and irresponsible and reckless, is amateur hour. So, Doofus McGee, who proclaims they have World News website, which is stupid and doesn't really exist. They say they're the World News website, and then Doofus McGee on the World News website yesterday sends out, and I swear, my sources confirm that Josh Shapiro is the choice to run for vice president. He's been picked. Well, that's not true. It hasn't happened. But what happens is Doofus McGee's like, I got nothing to lose. If I'm wrong, who cares? If I'm right, I'm the man. And I'll get traction and clicks and blah, blah, blah. But Doofus McGee sends that out, and 12 people send this text, which is a lie, this X post from Doofus McGee, and it says, Marty, you're wrong. Josh Shapiro's been picked when, in fact, he hasn't yet. He could be. But what happens is it puts pressure on local reporters at real stations with real credentials and a real truth on their side and facts and corroboration and all that crazy stuff. Puts you in a bind because you got to chase that rabbit. If he is right, then you missed the whole thing. You're following me. Just so you know. So Doofus McGee was wrong, but that was out there floating around yesterday. But for Josh Shapiro, the dynamic is actually very stressful in that he's been pretty much told, my man, if you're not on the team now, you're not on the team later. We need our team. So there you go. Just saying. Why would they pick him? They need Pennsylvania to win the electoral. It's kind of, they say it's the most important state going. As soon as I know, I'll let you know. And until I hear from the man himself, which I probably won't. No, in fact, there's no way I will hear from Josh Shapiro. On a list of 100 people right now, and not that he doesn't like us or appreciate the platform and the content, it's just he's got a little more important things to do. But as soon as we hear officially, we will let you know one way or another whether he's going to run for vice president. What's kind of irritating to folks in Harrisburg, so you know, both Democrats and Republicans, is let's say he takes this gig to run for vice president. He doesn't quit as governor. He stays on. Well, what kind of effort do we get from him? Honestly. Seriously. You're running for vice president of the United States with Kamala Harris, so you're out there really working it, man, raising money, flying all over the country, blah, blah, blah. And how much of a commitment can you get to the office of governor? I don't know at all. I don't know. So there's that aggravation. We'll let you know as soon as we know. All right? All right. So I got to mention this Kennywood picture that went viral. Kind of shows some of the structure that attaches itself to the racer, the roller coaster of Kennywood with a couple little bricks under it. And everybody freaked out like you're going to die. But at the end of the day, it was kind of a non-support issue. And quite frankly, those sorts of... I'm not saying Kennywood doesn't look bad. I'm not saying it didn't scare people seeing that. But at the end of the day, that was kind of a plan C kind of support thing. And I'm told from people that could have been there 20, 30 years. Doesn't make it right. Doesn't mean it looks doesn't look sloppy. Doesn't mean they don't need to fix it. But it's fine. And the racer's safe and Kennywood's fine. So you know. They're very, very cool and very, very careful at Kennywood. I would ride the racer 10 days a week. Or 7 at least. Or at least twice. All right. Before we go to break, I want... before you go to break, I want you to go to either Facebook, where I just posted this, and or X, where I just posted this video of this beautiful dog. Patrick, what's his name again, the dog? Marlo? Yeah, Marlo, right? What is he, a three-year-old? What is he?
Yeah,
what do they call him?
2.5-year-old sheepadoodle.
Sheepadoodle. Gorgeous.
Beautiful dog.
Beautiful dog. And needs a home. And I want you to email me if... right now he's at a shelter, not a shelter, a wonderful place in Bridgeville called, before we go to the break, make sure I get this right. He's at a wonderful place in Bridgeville called Mutt Manor. They really take care of dogs. Mutt Manor in Bridgeville, boarding place. And due to unforeseen circumstances, this family lost their father. They had 2 dogs. And poor Marlo is a boy, wonderful boy. Really, really touching video. And the family wants to adopt this dog out. And it's free. And I think they're like $3,000 or $4,000 dogs. And I'm told he's a wonderful dog. He's got no issues. And that he needs a loving family. And if you get a chance, go to my Facebook page and look at the video and email me at getmarty@kdkradio.com if you're interested. Email me at getmarty@kdkradio.com if you're interested. We'll talk more about it after the break. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Samantha, what's up out there?
Hey, Marty, I'm looking at the Cordell and Cordell traffic cams, and we have an accident report over at the intersection of Geyer Road and Mount Troy Road. This is over in Reserve Township. Over on our major roadways, the Parkway West on the inbound side, we're going to see some backup around Green Tree as you make your way into the Fort Pitt tunnels, and the outbound side of the Parkway West is backed up until around Smithfield Street. And the Parkway East and the inbound side, we're going to see some backup starting around Edgewood, Swissvale. With AAA traffic comes Samantha McGill on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDK.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
Your heart care matters. Trust the experts at UPMC and get your heart screened.
The Shine Awards will honor the achievements of young people in and outside of Pittsburgh at its 15th annual premiere ceremony on August 4th at Pittsburgh Playhouse downtown. The Shine Awards Foundation is a nonprofit organization that celebrates young adults ages 13 through 24 for making a positive impact in their communities through community service, entrepreneurship, academics, the arts, service and ministry, science, youth group participation, and overcoming obstacles. Join us at this year's Shine Awards. Details at KDKRadio.com.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Every year, almost 30,000 babies in America are born with birth injuries. It's every parent's worst nightmare. If your child suffered a birth injury, please call our firm to find out if we can help.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg with your Lowe's weekend weather update for Pittsburgh. A beautiful start to the weekend with a mix of sun and clouds and a high of 82. It'll stay comfortable and dry on Sunday with some sunshine and low humidity with a high again reaching 82. Don't miss up to 70% off select major appliances at the Lowe's Closeout event. But hurry, these deals are too good to last because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement, valid through August 7th. While supplies last, selection varies by location.
How much is safety and peace of mind worth to you? Severe weather can happen suddenly, and the AccuWeather app gives you more accurate and timely warnings than any other source, right down to the street level. A Premium Plus subscription on the AccuWeather app costs less than a cup of coffee each month. And with it, you get the fastest and most accurate alerts to keep you and your loved ones safer. Clear, concise, and actionable forecasts with superior accuracy. Download the AccuWeather app and choose a Premium Plus subscription today.
Your bathroom's got to go, the vanity's decayed, and toilet's really old. The bathtub's giving way, give Bath R Us a ring. Call morning, noon, or night. You do not have to wait to get your bathroom right.
Call Baths R Us for your free estimate and enter to win our Christmas in July $15,000 bathroom remodel with an additional $1,500 off plus low to no monthly payments. Call 412-556-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com.
Hey folks, it's Marty. Celebrate America with a clean home and a sizzling Get Marty July special from my friends at Coit. Save 35% off all Coit cleaning services, carpets, rugs, drapes, much more. Folks have trusted this wonderful company, Coit Cleaning, for more than 50 years. No one has been in Pittsburgh and more Pittsburgh homes than Coit. Appointments to save 35% off at all Coit services are limited, folks. Call 1-800-FOR-COIT, 1-800-FOR-COIT. Voss TV and Appliance. I know how good they are. They've been in my house. We have several other appliances. They've been to Larry's house. He loves them. Look, if you're looking for a new appliance, a new television, why pick Voss? It's the only place you'll ever need. They're small enough to treat you like family and big enough to offer an array of quality TVs and appliance. Voss TV and Appliance, big brands, reliable delivery and service, and the lowest prices in town, guaranteed. Trust Voss. 412-650-VOSS, 412-650-VOSS.
Jumpin' July savings at Coons Market.
Fresh chicken leg quarters, $1.29 per pound. Sweet Northwest cherries, $2.49 per pound. Selected varieties of essential everyday potato chips, 8 to 9 ounce bags, $1.88 each. Come see us at Coons.
Building owners, my friends at NASCO Roofing, they're experts in replacing flat roofs for commercial, industrial, and residential buildings. With many flat roof material choices, you want NASCO's experienced pros on your roof. Benefit from their experience and their lifetime warranty on materials and labor. Call NASCO Roofing today for a free flat roof estimate. 412-373-2000, 412-373-2000. NASCO Roofing, spelled N-A-S-C-O, the region's flat roof expert. Get Marty, brought to you by the law firm of Rosen and Perry. No slogans or gimmicks, just results.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Marty Griffin. Okay, so I don't think we've done this before, but one of my closest friends called me. They had a death in the family. A father passed, and the family has 3 kids, and they just can't handle. They had 2 beautiful dogs, and one of them is Marlo. It's a boy, 2.5 years old. I've never done this before, but it makes me sad because Marlo, and this is a wonderful kennel or whatever you want to call it in Bridgeville called Mutt Manor. They do a great job. Luxury pet resort and suites. I've driven past it 100 times. They have a great rep. Boarding for dogs and stuff. And Marlo is there because, quite frankly, a mom's overwhelmed. There's 3 kids, and dad passed, and it ripped the family apart, as it would. And poor Marlo is waiting at this kennel and needs someone to take him home, honestly. And there's no catch here. The dog's wonderful with kids, wonderful with family, had another dog in the house. And is, what, 2.5 years old? Yeah, 2.5 years old. It's a boy. They're not as if it matters. They're not sheepdogs. They could be $4,000, $5,000, some of them.
Yeah, they're considered designer dogs.
Designer dogs. Right up there with the Golden Doodle. They're pretty popular. They're beautiful. I'm an idiot. What is sheepdoodle? Sheepdog and
poodle.
Poodle combined. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ours is a Golden Doodle mini, so it's a golden.
The mini Golden Doodle is the smaller breed.
With the poodle.
Yeah. It's not like a standard breed.
We love the dog, and I admit it. We paid several $1,000s for it, and it's made a huge difference. And my wife and kids love the dog. So. And one of my closest friends reached out and said, "Can you help us find a lovely home for this dog?" And I posted the video on X, and I posted the video on Facebook.
It's also up on our stream right now, Marty.
It's on our stream right now. Email us. And what I'll do is I'll allow the folks that send us this information that want a wonderful family to have this dog to make this choice, not me and Patrick in a talk show format. But it's at Mutt Manor, Luxury Pet Resort and Suites. And they want to have a wonderful home, and why wouldn't they? The best way to kind of get in this is not a contest of any sort. It's a family going through grief that wants a dog to have a happy home, quite frankly. And I have several pictures, but I posted the video. The dog's gorgeous. They're really well behaved from what I've seen. Okay, so email me, getmarty@kdkradio.com. Getmarty@kdkradio.com. Okay? Getmarty@kdkradio.com. All right? All right. Dogs are amazing. But let's be blunt. Patrick was telling me this regarding caring for a dog. So he's about to go on vacation. What does it cost? And it didn't hit me until he threw this at me yesterday. And we're not picking on anyone here because this is kind of a general cost. Generally, what's it cost for? You have 2 dogs.
Yeah, I've got 2 small dogs.
What are they? Those little ugly little rat.
Them for a week.
Those little ugly rat dogs.
Little long-haired chihuahuas.
Oh God, they should be illegal.
I know the 2 of them are the size of a regular dog if you put them together.
They're mean too. They bark at your face and stuff. I've seen them in action.
They're not mean. They're very sweet.
Oh, they're nasty.
If they don't know you, they will bark at you.
Oh, they're scary little rat rodents. Anyway, what does it cost for a week boarding them?
To board the 2 of them for a week, it's about $1,000, about $1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, they're going with us on vacation.
And by the way, we know it's expensive, and we know that it takes a lot to care for them and the food, and we're not picking on these boarding places.
No, the cost is the cost.
Man, $1,000.
Yeah, for both of them total.
For a week.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean that also includes getting them groomed, which for the 2 of them, that's
it's still $1,000. $120. Which adds. It's just what I'm saying is animals are expensive.
Absolutely, animals are not free. They do cost money to keep them up and keep them healthy, and they're for my wife, they're like her children.
So they're not like that for you, are they? They drive you crazy. When she's on the road, they hate you, don't they?
Oh, they love me.
Those dogs hate.
When she's on the road, I am the food source. I am the water source. They love me.
They're lapping.
They need me.
They're lapping, rapping, yipping, yapping.
You're the spare human,
The
Patrick.
what?
He's the spare human.
Wow. He's the side hustle.
Yeah, that's what the dog. That's what he is to the dogs.
He's the Manny. You're
okay
the
with
Manny. $1,000 a week, man. Wow. So point is, you're driving with them damn dogs in a car to Florida.
Yeah.
God bless you, man.
Honestly, they love the car and they're really
Here we go. You're full. You know what, man? You got more. You got more BS. Dogs in a car for 16 hours. Yeah, that's fun. Anyways, I digress. Take a look at the video. It is a beautiful dog, is it not, Patrick?
Beautiful dog. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they're hypoallergenic when they're.
Oh wow. And they don't shed.
I don't know about the sheepdog mix.
They don't. I was told this.
Okay.
So, email us. Get Marty at kdkradio.com. Then I will connect you with one of my closest friends who asked us to help get this wonderful dog to a wonderful home. It will cost you nothing or whatever. You don't have to buy this dog, in other words. Whatever it takes, there will obviously be some sort of cost. But if you get the chance, take a look at the video. It's on my Facebook page and X. And then email us. Get Marty at kdkradio.com. Get Marty at kdkradio.com. Thank you.
You're not going to want to miss this. Diamonds Direct summer sale starts this weekend. For 3 days only, this Friday through Sunday. Get 20% off rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, and more. Plus, book an appointment and get an additional $100 off. And designers are flying in from New York and LA to showcase their latest trends. That's 20% off, plus $100 off with an appointment and designer trunk shows. Tons of engagement rings on sale, too. 20% off starts Friday. Details at diamondsdirect.com. 3 days only and Sunday.
You're in hot water, mister.
What'd I do?
I told you months ago our utility bills were getting higher because of that old outdated tank water heater.
Maybe it's time we finally switch to a Navien tankless.
Learn about Navient's high-efficiency tankless water heaters, endless hot water, all while helping you save on your energy costs.
Hey, look at this. Our utility bill is lower since we got the Navien tankless water heater.
Who's in hot water now?
We are, all the time.
Learn more at tanklessmadesimple.com.
Do you feel like you're going through life clouded by doubt? Talk to California Psychics. Our trusted and accurate psychics are available 24/7. And we guarantee, if it's not life-changing, it's free. Download the app or connect with us at californiapsychics.com. Right now, new customers get 80% off their first reading. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It's 79 degrees and mostly cloudy at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Pat Septak. For the first time ever, Southwest Airlines is getting rid of open seating. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
Southwest Airlines is shifting to assigned seats for the first time in its history, a change that will allow the low-fare carrier to charge a premium for some seats. The airline will also start offering overnight red-eye flights for the first time, saying it will improve the efficiency by increasing the use of its aircraft. According to research conducted by Southwest, 80% of customers and 86% of potential customers say they prefer an assigned seat. Southwest said the number one reason the unhappy passengers cite is open seating. The change will also help the company charge some passengers more for their tickets. No details on when the changes will go into effect. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
The Pittsburgh Penguins have gotten what they wanted. Ice skating is now a permanent fixture at Hunt Armory in Shadyside. And a 7-page ruling, the Pittsburgh Zoning Board of Adjustment has given the hockey team permission to operate the seasonal rink at the Armory on Emerson Street on a permanent basis. This despite concerns from several Shadyside residents about parking and noise. And granting the request, the board attached several conditions, including limiting the use of the ice rink to September through March and requiring that it close no later than 10 p.m. each day. On Wall Street, The Dow is up 425 points, the Nasdaq is up 96 points, and the S&P 500 is up 38 points. KDKA Radio News Time is 1:31. Our next update at 2 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Hello, this is Sarah Botkin, president of Botkin Family Wealth Management, where I work with my dad Les and my brother Lester. Recently, a favorite client, 91 years old, stopped in our office holding a necktie. He was heading to a funeral and explained to me that it had been so long since he tied a tie that he could use some help. He said, "I was going to stop by a car dealership to find a guy wearing a tie who might help me, but then my wife said, 'Go see Les. He'll tie your tie.'" I'm glad that clients trust us as their advisors, and in many cases, they're friends. Our office feels like a second home to me, inviting and comfortable, although you won't often see Dad without his tie. He's always told us how important it is to show respect for you and your money by the way we present ourselves and the attentive service we provide. We work as a team at our family firm. Dad and I are certified financial planners, and Lester is a chartered financial analyst. Visit us at botkinfamilywealth.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
So, I was on the phone yesterday with Julian Gray. We've become good friends. He's an elder law attorney. I met him, became very close when my parents passed, and he took over our estate, had the whole family sitting in his office, made a tremendous difference in our lives. I was talking to him yesterday about how important it is to get an elder law attorney like the folks at Julian Gray and Associates involved. I'll tell you why. Major tax implications, major health care implications, major input you need from an expert, a true insider like Julian Gray and his folks that made a massive difference in the lives of the Griffin family. It's never too late to do this. It's never too late to plan your estate, but do it as soon as possible. Julian Gray, grayelderlaw.com, grayelderlaw.com. I'm telling you, folks, they did a wondrous job for the Griffin family. 412-458-6000, grayelderlaw.com.
Folds of Honor has been meeting Sacrifice with Hope since 2019 in Western PA. It's their honor to empower people through education and the opportunities it creates. 41% of Folds of Honor scholarships are awarded to minorities, making recipient families as diverse as the country we call home. Folds of Honor has earned the Gold Star Platinum Seal, as well as 4 out of 4-star rankings on Charity Navigator. You can join their squadron today at westernpa.foldsofhonor.org. Please donate today. Spitzer Toyota of Monroeville is a proud supporter of Folds of Honor.
Hey, it's Marty. I go back 20 years with Phil DeLucente, one of the best lawyers in the country and one of my close friends. And, I mean, they handle unbelievable cases, fraud, criminal cases, big-time product liability and medical malpractice cases, the experts. And Phil gets it right. We have been using him on air for nearly 20 years. GetPhil.com. 800-438-7445. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Samantha, what's going on?
Hey, Marty, we have an accident to report. This is over on the 100 block of the Swickley Bridge over in Moon Township. Now over to our major roadways. On the Parkway West on the inbound side, we're seeing some backup starting around Green Tree as you make your way into the Fort Pitt tunnels. And the outbound side of the Parkway West is backed up until past the county jail. Over on the Parkway East on the inbound side, we're just seeing a little bit of backup around Edgewood, Swissvale. LGKG Injury Lawyers, LGKG, your home team. Visit lgkg.com. With AAA Traffic, I'm Samantha McGill on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDK.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will feature intervals of clouds and sun with a spotty thunderstorm, but most of the time will be rain-free, the high 81. Tonight will turn out mainly clear, low 57. Mostly sunny tomorrow, highs in the low 80s. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
We've been an institution in Newcastle for 90 years, and now our offices canvass all of Western Pennsylvania. I'm Joe George. Known for integrity and doing what we say we'll do, LGKG injury lawyers are different from the other firms. Visit LGKG.com or call me. LGKG, your home team.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
I go way back, and I mean way back, to the black and white days almost, with Southwest Airlines. I go so far back that I had the opportunity to interview on multiple occasions Herb Kelleher. He was very accessible. He was the guy who founded it with a couple of jets and an idea. Herb was a magnificent human being and an insanely big personality. Trying to find someone like him today. Magnificent, bold, brave, like big ideas and chase the rabbit every day. Made Southwest the coolest airline to fly and work for. He also had a photographic memory. I think Pony has one. Andrew Filipponi, I think. It's a gift. Herb remembered every single name of every person he ever met. I've never seen anything like it. He'd walk down the hall. It would freak me out. So, and I love flying the airline. It was out of Love Field in Dallas. Right there in the center of Oak Lawn, it was called. It's where I lived. Literally, for me to fly to Austin or Tulsa, they made everything cheaper. So let's say a flight from Dallas to Austin was $359 round trip. As soon as Southwest entered the game, that flight would go down to $150. It's just amazing what they did. They changed the landscape. Their flight attendants were really cool. They would sing on the planes. They would get like a little kid, honestly, at the beginning of the flight, and they'd give him a bag of pretzels, and the little man, like 5 years old, would run up and down the aisle throwing pretzels at everybody. They would always tell jokes. It was a friggin' blast. I absolutely loved Southwest. It was my favorite airline forever and ever and ever. Because whenever they entered the market, they were always on time, man. Always. Insanely on time. The cheapest flight, and part of what made them cheap was this cattle call. There was no real reservation system. You got a ticket, you showed up. First come, first serve, honestly. And if you had kids, we kept having more babies because they would let you pre-board. I told my wife, let's have one more kid, man. We get 6 more years of flying. She refused. It's the truth. Love them. And then something happened where the game changed, the pandemic changed, fuel costs went through the roof, and then flights started getting overbooked. So what would happen is a Southwest would change this game exactly 24 hours before your flight takes off. They would open it up for you to find a seat. And it isn't actually a seat. It's how you get in line. So you line up by seat rows 1 through 6, rows 6 through 12, blah, blah, blah. So if you miss that window of time, let's say your flight leaves at 9 a.m. on a Monday. By 9 a.m. Sunday, you got to get in there and book that or you're screwed. Because you're at the end of the line. And if you want to get to the front of the line, you had to pay. So it became this cost and cash grab. So they did these surveys. I pulled these numbers. I think it's fascinating. So what all of a sudden made them attractive to people, the cheap fares, what they call the cattle call, because you get there early and line up and go and get on first. All of a sudden made them unattractive because they were selling by making you check in 24 hours before and then paying extra if you wanted to get a little closer. And even then, you're not guaranteed a seat. So listen. So once that ridiculous, idiotic, money-losing move, by the way, they lost money for the first time in their history. They never lost a nickel and never had a layoff and never had a strike. It was, I'm telling you, they were the goose that laid the golden egg. They were so friggin' successful. So they do a survey recently. 80% of the customers and 86% of potential customers wanted assigned seats. Open seating. The top reason they stopped flying Southwest and chose another airline. I never thought of it that way. We never think of it that way. We're just looking for something cheaper. Here's what else happened. They didn't stay ahead of the times. They had this antiquated software. So when they melted down, man, they melted down. And this happened several times in the last few years, and that really, really hurt them. So one, they were known for cheap fares. Well, they screwed up the cheap fare by charging you more to get a decent seat. 2, the cattle call, it actually kind of went away. The only way you could get a good seat. Here's what happens. If you didn't know that you had to check in 24 hours before, and you packed the kids and the wife in the car to get to the airport early so you can get to the front of the check-in line, you're screwed. Because all the seats in line are already assigned, and you don't know that. So you get up there, and the lady says, oh, we could get you closer if you want to pay $50 a ticket. Oh, okay. So now you hate them. And now they're late because their booking system and their software is 20 years old. So this guy comes in, big investor, wants to buy out, wants to own more shares of the airline, wants to have a seat on the board, wants to kick out the old fogies because the new plan is better, and here we sit. In a nutshell, what was once the sexiest, most profitable airline on earth became very unattractive, onerous, old-fashioned, and kind of stupid. And so today, they changed it after 50 years. You now have to book a ticket like every other airline. Okay. I don't fly enough to get aggravated. I just don't, man. We might fly twice a year, but mostly once. Someone like Patrick's wife who flies a lot, I get all of this stuff. It makes them crazy, and it should. It's just not that easy. And they made Southwest difficult and unattractive. Everything it wasn't before it is now. And it became a loser financially, too, and now here they are. I hope it works. They've always been wonderful to us. And even as a member of the media, if we had a lot of camera gear and we were traveling to Austin or anywhere for a spot news, as we call it, let's say hurricane, tornado, big interview with the governor in Austin, they would let us on first with our cameras. So I love them. They love the media. They were very nice to us. And Herb Kelleher, one of the most dynamic, engaging, charming, and he partied like a rock star. Big glasses of bourbon and cigars, cowboy boots, folks, private jets, the whole thing out of the movies. Always smelled like cigarettes. And was very, very, very kind and charming to his people who loved him. And their outfits were casual, and everybody was young, and they would sing songs. Once Herb died, everything changed, as it often does. And now they're just a bad airline, and they're trying to fix that, and I wish them the best. I absolutely do.
This summer, take a trip down memory lane with me and hear from the legends of baseball. I'm Brett Boone from the Brett Boone Podcast. Every week I have a conversation with one of baseball's greats to talk about the glory days and reflect on today's game. Randy Johnson, Pete Rose, Deion Sanders, Jay Buhner, Albert Bell, and Goose Gossage, they've all shared their wisdom with stories of their playing days. To hear who's next, follow and listen to the Brett Boone Podcast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic Pub, Bowser, Samantha, what's up?
Hey, Marty, we now have crews on the scene of this accident on the 100 block of the Swickley Bridge. This is over in Moon Township, so look out for some delays over there. Over on our major roadways, the Parkway West on the inbound side, we're seeing our usual backup starting around Green Tree as you make your way into the Fort Pitt tunnels, and the outbound side of the Parkway West is backed up until the county jail. Over on the Parkway East on the inbound side, we're just seeing a little bit of backup starting around Edgewood, Swissvale. With AAA Traffic, I'm Samantha McGill on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6481. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
Or call 800-575-6481. That's 800-575-6481.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
A house is 80 years old, maybe 90. Has a couple bathrooms. We had a plumber in there fixing one of the bathrooms. He said the fixtures were 30 years old. It's old. It needs updated. We got the Bath Authority coming out. Look, here's why I love them. It's modern. Everything they make is durable. Everything they make is custom. Everything they make is low maintenance. Walk-in tubs, great. Replacement showers, great. Tub-to-shower conversions, great. This is the best chance for you to get a new bath, the Bath Authority. 412-249-1140. 412-249-1140. Get $1,500 off a new shower or bath and 36 months of interest-free financing. Bath Authority, 412-249-1140.
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your mornings. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want while you sleep. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richard, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. Wake up to your friends. Weekday mornings on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
If you have COPD, here are some reasons to go see your pulmonologist again. 1, those flare-ups you keep having, they have the chance to cause permanent lung damage. 2, we now know a certain type of inflammation can cause flare-ups for some people. And 3,
when can I see Grandma?
need more reasons? Visit www.livewithcopd.com.
Look, there have been so many tornadoes. We've seen more tornadoes than in decades. Here's the deal. With branches down, trees down, when you need emergency service, when you need somebody that's going to take care of business with your trees, with your branches, with the damage, you got to call Greater Pitt Tree Service, the best in the game. They're there with the professionals, with the equipment, with the training. Amazing service. Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE.
Summer is here, and it's time for adventure. There's no better way to start your summer than with a brand new Subaru Outback from Bowser Subaru. During Bowser Subaru's summer sales event, you can drive away in a 2024 Subaru Outback with incredible savings like 2.9% APR for 72 months. Don't wait. Visit Bowser Subaru today and take advantage of these limited time offers. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff are ready to help you find the perfect Outback for your summer adventures. Dealer doc fee of $464 applies with credit approval and financing through SMFL. See Bowser Subaru for complete details. Offer ends July 31st. Now that's the power of Bowser. BowserSubaru.com. Bowser Subaru, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
The Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Love that song. Colin Dunlap's here.
Hi, Marty.
Hey, man.
What you got going on?
I'm telling you, man. I told Patrick this Twisters movie is cool. I'm telling you.
Is it different than wasn't there an old Twister movie?
Yeah.
Where the Rusted Roots song was in?
It's night and day. You'll love it.
No, I don't watch movies.
And go to the theater with the big speakers and stuff.
Oh, like in the IMAX or just the big one, the one with the surround sound?
It was amazing.
And all that?
And then they have these theaters. We don't have them here, I guess, Patrick, right? The Regal theaters.
Yeah, no, we don't have those around here.
The Regal theaters. So the Twister's coming through. They spray you with water, and the seat moves around.
Yeah, I don't need. If I want that, I'll just go to Oklahoma.
No, you won't.
I don't.
But
need
it was
that.
actually a hell of an experience, and it's blown away all records. Everyone in their, and I was shocked about it. It was a hell of a movie. Very entertaining for my kids, and it's hard to keep their attention.
That Inside Out 2 was the highest-grossing animated movie ever.
Ever.
So wait, back to Twister.
Yeah.
I'm not questioning you, but I'm questioning.
And I lived there. But by the way, it's funny how life comes full circle, Colin. I worked in Oklahoma City and was in Category 4 tornadoes, which is about as jacked as life gets. And anyway, you know how in movies they use clips from local people?
Yes.
The weatherman that was the weekend weatherman when I was there was in the movie doing the weather. And I freaked out because it's 35 years later.
Now, my son, this is wild that you're talking about this.
Yeah.
My son, he's a voracious reader and he's a very intelligent kid. He showed me a story yesterday, and I did not read it. I just saw the headline, that Tornado Alley, because of the weather and climate and everything, is actually moving.
Oh, they would welcome that.
East and north.
They would welcome that.
I mean, it still remains, but the peripheral spillover
look at
is
us.
moving towards us more.
How many do we have? We had 15, like double we ever had.
Right. He showed me this on AP. And did you know last week, whatever day that was, I don't know, last Wednesday, Tuesday, whatever, was the hottest day in Earth's history?
Did you see that guy got third-degree burns on his feet?
What was he doing?
Walking.
Well, yeah, I guess.
He
Where?
lost his sandals, and he was walking on the sand in Death Valley, California. It was 143 degrees.
I'd have just sat down.
I don't know.
Where did he have to go? What would he have died because he would have from thirst or whatever? So he had to get somewhere?
Yeah.
Whew.
In Oklahoma, we were obsessed, and by the way, rightfully so, because people died. We had weather. I'm not kidding you, man. We had weather stuff on our cars. We would chase tornadoes up into Kansas. We had helicopters in the air. It was an obsession with weather.
Did you enjoy this?
Yes.
Those guys in Oklahoma City are nuts.
You know what? If you know undercover cops, my wife was asking me about this because we were talking about Pokorny's son who was shot.
Right.
And he was doing an undercover drug
Wait,
buy.
Joe Pokorny's son was?
Yes, yesterday, Jake. He's okay.
From Moon?
Yeah, he's working in Lancaster, PA.
That was the policeman who was shot?
Yes.
That was killed by that deadbeat right over here.
Yes.
Off of the parkway.
Yes.
And left him to die.
Yes. That was his son that was shot yesterday in a drug deal.
That they ended up catching in the South Side after that standoff.
Yes. And the guy was applauded when he went into jail after they knew that
What
he
was
killed
that guy's name? He had like
It's one of the things that I refuse to give his name because he's a pig and I hope he dies in pain.
Anyway, continue. I'm sorry.
But we were so obsessed with weather that because it's so damn dangerous. And what your son is saying is so true in that we've heard this from weather people. Everything has changed. We had 15 tornadoes so far. That's unheard of here. Unheard of.
Yeah, well, he said Tornado Alley is moving. He saw an AP story about it, that it's geographically advancing toward the east a little bit.
We're seeing that.
Well, answer me this.
Yeah.
I've always been intrigued by this.
But anyway, the undercover reference was, you know the buzz that they get doing that job? It's the same thing being in a tornado. I told my wife this. I was in the eye of a hurricane, the literal eye, Hurricane Andrew, the most devastating hurricane that ever hit Florida and Louisiana. And it was so powerful, I was asleep, and it ripped the entire roof of the hotel off that we were staying in, and we crawled out, and I was live within 10 minutes. My point is, I think it's kind of a buzz. You get this buzz from it.
Once, but then I don't need it after that.
Oh, I did it for 15 years.
I see those YouTube channels where people you make donations to them from, the different sites or whatever, like a GoFundMe or whatever, and they chase tornado. You just watch it on TV. I watch that.
Now,
those guys.
This is the gist of the movie.
Patrick could do that. They put a camera in their car.
Yeah, but these idiots are now doing that, and people get hurt and killed because you get killed in a Category 4 tornado. It will kill you fast.
Well, I mean, Mother Nature is undefeated a lot of times.
And it's not fun. And they make it. They think it's like this fun little joke of theirs.
Well, yeah, correct.
Amateur hour.
Anything for social media, for hits and
right
clicks.
on, to get clicks.
You know who else? That's the one thing. You know the other guys that do these practical jokers. You seen these guys? They'll go up to somebody at Target, and they'll have like a spray bottle, and they'll fake sneeze and spray it on somebody's neck.
I saw someone fake break someone's car side window.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's a matter of time before
Someone gets shot.
Correct.
Right.
Idiots. It's bad business.
Idiots trying to get clicks. Colin Dunlap is next. Bring in it as usual.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
News Radio KDKA.